From a dreary Adamson Stadium on the campus of California University of Pennsylvania, it's the California Vulcans taking on the Mercyurst Lakers. Hello and welcome to the broadcast. From a wet, rainy, dreary Saturday afternoon at Adamson Stadium, it's Vulcans football here on CUTV as the California Vulcans take host to the Mercyurst Lakers on Senior Day. Hello and welcome to the broadcast. I'm Anthony D'Agostino, and alongside me today is Colin Kirkwood. And Colin, we have a beautiful setting here, a color rush game basically. California in their all black, Mercyurst in their all white for Senior Day here at California. Wish it was a little bit better weather, but it is what it is. We're going to take a look now at the last game for these two teams. And starting off with Mercyurst, Colin, they took on Seton Hill at Mercyurst, and Mercyurst came away with a pretty solid victory.
That's right, and they limited that Griffin's offense to only 16 points, which is something that Cal was not able to do in their meeting. So a good defensive effort for the Lakers.
For California, they traveled up I-79 to Gannon, and they came away with a very tough victory, and it came down to 3 points, Colin.
That's right. Pistol Pete was alive and well last Saturday in Erie, PA, as it was a shootout, but Cal came away with a victory to push it up to 6-2 for the record. 6-2, excuse me.
That was a 38-35 victory for California off a blocked field goal from Gannon to try to tie it. Cameron Tarver got his hands up there and blocked it. But the last time these two teams met, it was last year at Mercyurst, and California came away with a very decisive victory. Michael Keir had both Gary Brown, Luke Smorey, and Tom Green all there as the receiving corps, and they put up a solid number against Mercyurst. But Mercyurst, they're going to look for some revenge here as Mercyurst is 4-4. They're trying to defeat this California team here. But Colin, look at the keys to victory for this California team right now.
Well, the first thing California needs to do is they need to win the line battle. The defensive line has been very good for this California team throughout the season, and if they can keep getting a good push and getting to the quarterback, that should be a good day for them.
For Mercyurst, what do they need to do in order to enact their revenge from last season?
Well, the key for them to do is to go deep, because as we've seen throughout the entire season, California is a little weak when it comes to the deep ball. So if they can gain a lot of yards through the air, that'll be a successful day for them.
Also for Mercyurst, they're going to want to crash this senior party for California. The senior parents are lined up across the field on the sideline, the end zone, getting ready for Senior Day here at California. The rain's starting to pick up as kickoff is next here on CUTV.
Dylan, what's wrong, man?
I just don't know how my family back home in Buchanan, West Virginia can watch our stuff up here.
They can follow us on Twitter, or they can like us on Facebook.
That's awesome. What about our sports? How can they watch that?
They could watch it live right on our YouTube channel.
Awesome, man. Thanks.
You're welcome.
For the first time in 31 years, live high school football all season long on CUTV Sports 1.
Next up, we have the senior athletic trainer. Our lone senior athletic trainer is Jordan Cunningham. Jordan is a student athletic trainer for the football team, is an athletic training major from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Jordan is being escorted by Mindy Fisher. Ladies and gentlemen, Jordan Cunningham. And now we would like to recognize the seniors from the Cal U Band. Our first senior is Kristen Bomboy. Kristen plays the alto sax and is majoring in fisheries and wildlife biology. She is escorted by Pam Sidorchuk and Robert Bomboy. Ladies and gentlemen, Kristen Bomboy. Next is Taylor Cook. Taylor is a member of the front ensemble and is a forensic anthropology major with a minor in music. Taylor is escorted by Dana and Raymond Cook. Ladies and gentlemen, Taylor Cook. Next is Joseph Fuco. Joseph is a member of the tuba section and is majoring in secondary education mathematics. He is escorted by his parents, Angela and Robert Fuco. Ladies and gentlemen, Joseph Fuco. Next is Jonathan Griffin. Jonathan plays the bari sax and is majoring in computer science. He is escorted by his mother, Jackie Young. Ladies and gentlemen, Jonathan Griffin. Our next senior is Sarah Griffin. Sarah is a member of the front ensemble and is majoring in commercial music technology. She will be escorted by Hunter Brunez. Ladies and gentlemen, Sarah Griffin. Next is Rudine Jackson. Rudine is a member of the clarinet section and is a social work major with a minor in leadership. Rudine is escorted by Natalie Reichert and Jessica Spano. Ladies and gentlemen, Rudine Jackson. Next is Michaela Colat. Michaela plays the clarinet and is majoring in psychology with a minor in music. She is escorted today by Frank Colat. Ladies and gentlemen, Michaela Colat. Next is Allison McVicker. Allison is a member of the drumline, is an elementary education, pre-K through 4, special education dual major. She will be escorted by her mother, Tina Wusick, and father, Casey McVicker. Ladies and gentlemen, Allison McVicker. Next is Lydia Ponticell. Lydia is the field commander for the marching band and plays the trombone. She is majoring in Spanish and international studies. Lydia is being escorted by Paula and Patrick Ponticell. Ladies and gentlemen, Lydia Ponticell. Next is Brooke Rogers. Brooke is a member and captain of the Color Guard and is a communication disorders major. Brooke is escorted by Tammy, Thomas, and Audrey Rogers. Ladies and gentlemen, Brooke Rogers. Next is Aaron Schreiber. Aaron is a member of the trombone section and is majoring in mechatronics engineering technology and robotics engineering technology with a minor in electrical engineering technology. He is escorted by his parents, Michelle and Kurt Schreiber and Chris Schreiber. Ladies and gentlemen, Aaron Schreiber. And lastly, Brenna Sharoni. Brenna is a member and captain of the Color Guard and is majoring in international studies. Brenna is escorted by her parents, Shelley and Dominic Sharoni, and friend Kimber Pierich. Ladies and gentlemen, Brenna Sharoni. Thank you to the Cal U Band for your hard work as well as your support of Vulcan Athletics. Let's give them a big round of applause. And now we would like to recognize our senior cheerleaders. First for our Vulcan senior cheerleaders is Bethany Carnes. Bethany is from Curvensville, Pennsylvania, and is an athletic training major at Cal U. She is escorted today by her mother, Candace Carnes. Ladies and gentlemen, Bethany Carnes. Next is Megan Maturo. Megan is from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and is majoring in sociology and minoring in psychology. She is escorted today by her mother, Patricia Maturo. Ladies and gentlemen, Megan Maturo. Next is Nicole Sanders. Nicole is from Clairton, Pennsylvania, and is gerontology major. She is escorted by her mother, Michelle Williams, sister Serenity Sanders, and boyfriend Nicholas Cooksey. Ladies and gentlemen, Nicole Sanders. Next is Jessica Strasbaugh. Jessica is from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and is a general education pre-K through 4 major at Cal U. Jessica is being escorted today by her parents, Teresa and Norman Strasbaugh, and sister Amanda Strasbaugh. Ladies and gentlemen, Jessica Strasbaugh. Next is Ashley Leister. Ashley is a member of the dance team and is from Middletown, Pennsylvania. She is majoring in social work. Ashley is escorted by her parents, Tara and Craig Leister. Ladies and gentlemen, Ashley Leister. And finally, Tori Kuntz, AKA Blaze. Tori is our school mascot and is from California, Pennsylvania. She is a business administration major. Tori is being escorted today by her parents, Diane and Tom Kuntz. Ladies and gentlemen, Tori Kuntz. Thank you to the Cal U cheerleaders and dancers for their dedication and support of Vulcan Athletics. Let's give all of our 2017 seniors a big round of applause.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't know you were going to put it up.
Okay. So is this like going to be at 12:57 p.m. like what it's going to look like?
No.
Okay.
It's raining right now.
Okay.
Okay.
No. All right.
Okay. Yep. They're balanced. My man Tuba played down there doing crazy.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Hefner Bailey Field at Adamson Stadium, home of your California Vulcans in rainy California, Pennsylvania. Today's matchup features the Lakers of Mercyurst University versus your California Vulcans for Senior Day 2017. A reminder to fans, California University of Pennsylvania, the Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference, and the NCAA promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial or sexist comments, or other intimidating words or actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the site of competition. Also, consumption or possession of alcoholic beverages and the use of tobacco products, including vaping, is prohibited at Adamson Stadium. At this time, will you please rise? Gentlemen, remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
And welcome back to Adamson Stadium here, reigning Adamson Stadium as the California Vulcans take host to the Mercyurst Lakers for Senior Day here at California University of Pennsylvania. Once again, Anthony D'Agostino alongside me, Colin Kirkwood. Colin, taking a look now at the tail of the tape between these two teams. California with more scoring, but also with more points allowed.
But you can see there, Mercyurst runs a very balanced attack on offense, as we have discussed before this game kicked off. So it'll be interesting to see if the weather will play an effect on their game plan or Cal's game plan.
Well, you see they're passing for California, 285.8 yards of passing per game. They're rushing only 98.8, and that may be because Nick Grissom is out with an injury. Last game against Gannon, California torched Gannon in the air with the duo of Tom Green and Luke Smorey. Tom Green went off in that game, Colin.
Tom Green compiled a lot of receiving yards there for the Vulcans, and he looks to keep that performance up. I believe it was 202 receiving yards last week on only 9 catches, so a very huge day for Tom Green.
As you see the teams making their way to the middle of the field for the coin toss, and calling some seniors on the field for California as they take the coin toss here. Senior Day for California. California is losing a lot of seniors next year.
And for sure, Anthony, it must be an emotional thing for them to stand on the field and hear their alma mater played one last time, as they play their most likely, more than not, last game here at Adamson Stadium.
Barring a miracle in the regional rankings, it would be the last game at Adamson Stadium for the seniors. As the coin toss happening on the field, we will see what the referee shows. Mercyurst looks like they won the toss. And California deciding where they want to be.
In the meantime, Anthony, what do you think of these Lakers uniforms? I am quite a fan of this all-white look.
has won the toss and deferred to the second half.
Actually, California has won the toss, and they defer to the second half. Mercyurst will receive the ball. But, Colin, I think you're right. It looks like there's some clovers on Mercyurst's helmet, as well as the M in a pink or orange color there. But here's the radar right now, and actually this radar was taken a few minutes ago, so that's not necessarily accurate. The rain in Pittsburgh is coming, as you can see to the right with that big arrow there. California is going to get hit with some rain. Some snow also in the back there, Colin, which means there's a big temperature gradient. It's pretty cold in Ohio, but no snow here today. It's going to be just rain. And Colin, what do you think is going to play a factor for both teams today with the rain? Who do you think is going to affect more?
I have a feeling this will affect California more on the offensive side of the ball due to the fact they really like to pass the ball, and sometimes keeping hold of that ball in the rain is not an easy thing to do.
No, it definitely is not, especially if you're trying to receive the ball in the air via pass. California may need to rely on the run with Jalen Bell and Jimmy Wheeler more today than they have in the past. This is also the first game on this turf that it has rained. This turf is brand new this season. It has not rained at all at Adamson Stadium until today.
It'll be interesting to see how the players and the field itself respond to today's weather.
I know before some people mentioned that this turf does not drain very well. They filled in the drainage with the turf. That also could play a factor. There could be holes and puddles throughout this field.
And it could cause a lot of slip-ups. People could fall running routes. You never know how that'll affect the game, Anthony.
Will Brazil to kick off here. And Will Brazil may be one of the most important men on the field today, as he can kick the ball in any direction and pretty far as well. The wind, not a factor right now, but the breeze is blowing as we see the American flag blowing right to left across the field horizontally. As Will Brazil readies the kick here. Mercyurst with three men deep.
For the Lakers, Brazil to kick off for the Vulcans.
As Brazil's kick away right down the middle to the 1 yard line is returnable by the Lakers. Up the middle he goes, shaking some tacklers there. It's Cameron Thompson to the outside, getting to the 33 yard line. As Colin, take a look at the defensive starters for California.
And there's plenty of staples that you can see on this line. Luke Rabchak, a big leader for this California defense, making himself known, really laying some ferocious hits throughout the season. Look for him to continue to do that.
Also, Lamont McFadder, number 7, the strong safety for California, had an interception return for a touchdown last week against Gannon. He's been a star athlete for California and one that we didn't necessarily know was going to break out like he did this season. As Mercyurst in the I formation, sending a man in motion, is the quarterback. As Altavilla looking to pass down the field, and it's going to be caught by Brad Novak. Looked like the rain was not a factor there for Mercyurst on a beautiful route there run by Novak.
And Anthony, they are taking the keys to victory that we discussed earlier in the broadcast and putting them right to work here with a deep ball down the field, attacking California's secondary.
And you see the offensive starters for Mercyurst. Doug Altavilla, the 6'1" redshirt sophomore out of Baldwin, in the shotgun. 3 receivers split to the far, 1 to the near. As Altavilla looking to pass. Throwing it over into the flat, it is complete to Garrett Owens. And Owens will step out of bounds past the sticks at around the 16-yard line.
And Anthony, they're wasting no time moving the ball down the field through the air here today. As you can see it here again, a nice pass out and able to tiptoe up the sideline to pick up another first down in as many throws.
Mercyurst doing what he said, going in the air around the middle of the field against this California team is Altavilla in the I formation. Altavilla will look and change the play call here, as he'll take it and hand it off to Owens. Owens will get into the end zone for a Mercyurst touchdown on the edge there up the middle, and it'll be 6-0 Lakers.
And the Lakers are coming out fired up here today, Anthony. They definitely want to play the role of spoiler here on Senior Day.
As Colin, take a look at this replay here. Just a run, a counter play there And he had a hole.
And that is good vision there to be able to find that hole and work your way up the field, moving through the levels of defense as he ends up on his head there towards the end of that replay.
Schaefer to attempt the extra point.
Schaefer to kick the point after. This one is up. And it is good. So with 13:47 to go here in the first quarter, Mercyurst strikes first with the score 7-0 in favor of the Lakers. We'll be back with more Vulcans football here on CUTV.
Friday Night Lights shine on CUTV. August 25th, California at Brownsville. September 1st, Monessen at Carmichaels. September 8th, Southmoreland at Charleroi. September 22nd, McGuffey at Elizabeth Forward. September 29th, Franklin Regional at Connellsville. October 6th, Trinity at Belle Vernon. October 13th, Rochester at California. October 20th, Newcastle at Ringgold. October 27th, Washington at Best Center. Live on CUTV Sports 1, tape delay, CUTV.
Welcome back to Adamson Stadium as Mercyurst leads 7-0 as Brandon Cole to kick off here. A deep kick into the end zone, returnable there by Jimmy Wheeler as Wheeler up the middle will get taken down at the 21-yard line.
Wheeler with the return.
As Colin now take a look at the offensive starters for California.
And here you can see the dynamic duo at the wide receiver position of Tom Green and Luke Smorey, two guys who have really stepped in and helped out on the offense side of the ball for California.
Players who need to play with grit, Eric Hudanik and Brendan Babson are the left tackle and left guard. Very key for Michael Keir. He's been rocked a few times because of a lack of blocking by the left tackle and left guard. And that's just that youngness of that side of the line, as Keir will be in the shotgun here. As Keir hands it off to Bell. And Bell up the middle, gets to the 25-yard line, about 2 to 3 yards on the carry.
And here you see the defensive starters for the Lakers. And that is an interesting name there, Anthony, number 11.
Alex Zacharias from Strongville, Ohio.
It's always interesting to see different kinds of names that you come across when you do games like this.
Most definitely. As Keir back in the shotgun here, Jalen Bell, the sidecar to his left. Keir, play action, under pressure, gets it tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Again, Mercyurst getting through the line of scrimmage there, almost looking like they just blew apart the offensive line, Colin.
And Anthony, this is a fantastic start for Mercyurst here. As you can see, one of the defensive linemen get their hand up and get a paw on that and knock it down. And that was number 59, a redshirt freshman out of Laurel, Maryland.
Keir back in the shotgun, 3rd and 7 for the Vulcans. Keir trying to get them to jump off sides, nobody moving. And a new play coming here from the sideline. Play clock down to 5 seconds. Keir with 1 second, takes a snap looking to pass. Penalty flag here, gets away from the sack, loses the football. Mercyurst picks it up. If this is on California, it's Mercyurst ball.
The Lakers are excited here, as it is indeed Mercyurst. Well, actually, we do have a flag here. I did not see that, but we'll see what comes out of this.
If this is on California, it's going to be Mercyurst ball. Illegal formation on California. Penalty decline. Mercyurst football at the 20-yard line. And Colin, Michael Keir just couldn't hold on to the football here. It might be because it is wet from the rain.
Yeah, the ball might be a little slick here, and as you can see, Michael Keir is not wearing any gloves, so that could have just slipped right out as he went on the move there. And Anthony, this is a fantastic start, and I don't think the Lakers could have wanted it to go any better.
Definitely not. They're in the red zone here at the 20-yard line. 1st and 10 for them, and a strong formation, a pitch, and it's going to be a pass to the quarterback now, and it's going to be complete there. I think he caught it. He did at the 3-yard line. Garrett Owens passed it to Doug Altavilla.
Swap on the stop. That'll be enough for another first down.
And not only is he the quarterback, but he's got quite a set of hands on him as well, Anthony. Take a look at this as he works his way up the sideline. A little bit of trickery here for the Lakers to get this game going.
And look at him just catch that ball there inbounds at the 5-yard line. They're going to actually mark him farther down at the 3, though, as Altavilla has it and gets into the end zone.
Mercyurst.
Again, Owens just getting into the end zone on a run play there, and the score now 13-0 in favor of the Lakers.
And here it is once again, a simple outside handoff, and Owens follows his blocks right up into the end zone.
Dustin Rodala, the redshirt senior of Brighton, PA there with a beautiful block on the edge, getting Garrett Owens to get into the end zone. As Mark Schaefer, the freshman out of Cleveland, to kick the extra point. This one up, and it is good. So the score now 14-0 in favor of the Mercyurst Lakers with 12:23 to go in the first quarter. Stay tuned for more Vulcans football coming your way here on CUTV.
CUTV News Center is California University of Pennsylvania's award-winning student television newscast. Your source for live, local, late-breaking news. Forecasts from the CalU Weather Center. The region's latest entertainment news. Vulcan sports highlights and regional scoreboards. With television news coverage you can't get anywhere else. Watch it live Thursdays on CUTV and on demand. CUTV News Center. Online all the time.
California leading 14-0. This kick away to Jimmy Wheeler in the end zone. Wheeler will take it out on a delayed run here. Wheeler putting his head down and getting tackled at the 13-yard line.
Wheeler with the return.
And Anthony, as we wait for the personnel to switch over, you can see when Cal has the ball compared to when Mercyurst has the ball. That
Cal's offense against Mercyurst defense. California, like I said, 285 yards passing. Mercyurst allows teams to pass for 225 yards. So California has the upper hand on the offensive side here right now, but they just need to take advantage of this and go deep against this Mercyurst team. Mercyurst with 2 safeties back. 4 wide receivers for California as Kier in the shotgun. 1st and 10 from the 19. Kier takes the snap, looking to pass. Over in the flat is complete to Bell. And Jalen Bell will get the ball to the 26-yard line.
And Anthony, this is an important pass. It may not seem like it, but coming off such a terrible series of events there, to be able to get your feet back under you, complete a pass, and really get forward progress going here to get the offense rolling.
Not a pretty pass. It was high, and Jalen Bell had to jump in and bobbled it a little bit there, but nonetheless, 2nd and 2 for the Vulcans here. Kier back in the shotgun. Takes the snap, looking to pass. Across the flat on a screen pass to Luke Smorey. And Luke Smorey gets it over to the 35-yard line. That was a stop pattern, not a screen pass.
You'll see Luke Smorey here bring this in for a first down. Michael Kier not having to move that much. Good protection from his line. Right into the hands, and Smorey takes it across for a first down.
1st and 10 from the 35. Kier back in the shotgun. Jalen Bell with the side guard to his left. As Kier looking to pass. Under pressure, throws it deep down the field to Tom Green. Green makes the reception, gets across the field to the 20-yard line, and maybe beyond that as they mark him at the 16-yard line.
Yeah, take a look at this once again. Tom Green is picking up right where he left off last week, streaking down the field and pulling in this dime from Michael Keir with multiple defenders coming in on him. That doesn't bother him. Right to Tom Green, a big play for this Vulcans offense.
Possibly a holding call missed there on the right side of the field as well from the offensive lineman. Trying to get the Mercyurst to jump off sides, and it actually jumped a guy off sides, but Keir didn't snap the ball right away. If he did, I think that would have been a penalty against Mercyurst and a free play for California. But Keir, screen pass over to Chad Livingston. Livingston gets bounced out of bounds at around the 10-yard line, so about a gain of 5.
And Chad Livingston rolls off a couple Lakers defenders here. As you'll see, he takes in this short pass, making his way up the field. Bounces off 2, right out of bounds. Gain of about 5. 6, actually.
2nd and 4. As Keir will be back in the shotgun. Jalen Bell, the sidecar to his right. With 8 seconds on the play clock. Keir handing it off to Bell. Bell bounces it out and gets hit there behind the 10 by, looked like Jake Tarasovich.
Loss of 1 on the play.
And as you'll see right here, the Lakers were all over this run play, following him to the near side of the field, making sure he doesn't get out of the backfield for a positive gain.
3rd and 6 now for the Vulcans. Keir in the shotgun, 3 receivers split out to the far side. Tom Green, the near side receiver. Jalen Bell to the near side as a sidecar. Breeze blowing here. With 5 on the play clock, Keir takes the snap, looking to pass. Actually, he keeps it himself and runs right into the defender there of number 93, Andrew Welton, the grad student out of Erie, PA.
And it's nice to see this defensive line from Mercyurst really stepping up and working hard for their team. As you see, Michael Keir just kind of walked right into his arms and was brought down by the grad student. The hometown grad student, no less.
Will Brazil to kick the field goal here from the 21-yard line. It'll be about a 31-yard field goal attempt for Brazil, as this kick is up with plenty of room, and right down the middle is good. So California gets on the board with 8:47 to go here in the first quarter. California trails 14-3 as we'll take a quick commercial break. We'll be back with more Vulcans football here on CUTV.
Save preset 1 for Cal U's best music. More music in the car, more music in the door, more music everywhere. This is 91.9 WCAL Power 92. The home of the Vulcan Nation, playing Cal U's best music. 91.9 WCAL. WCAL Power 92.
California trails 14-3 as California drove and got into the red zone. They just couldn't get into the end zone. Will Brazil had to kick the field goal as his kick is away. This is returnable there by Owens. Owens still on his feet as it's actually Thompson, as he got the ball to around the 25-yard line, as they're calling, you see, when Mercyurst has the ball.
Yeah, taking a look at that, they're a very balanced offense, as we had discussed earlier, Anthony, really making things happen on the ground and through the air.
You see they're rushing 127, passing 237. We saw some passing and rushing, passing to get down the field, rushing to get into the end zone. California not have been able to stop Mercyurst as of yet. As Doug Altavilla comes back, DeAndre Smith back in the backfield with him. As it's twins to the far side. A pistol look, and he will hand it off to Smith. Smith to the outside, getting across the field to the 35-yard line, and a pickup of about 6.
And here you'll see that run again by Andre Smith, the junior out of Lake Hamilton, Florida. And I'm sure he's wishing he's back in Florida right now with such dreary weather, here in California, PA.
A pistol look here again, this time with a fullback. Twins to the near side. As Altavilla looking to pass. Across the flat is incomplete there to Austin Hentz. He's a sophomore out of Pickerington, Ohio. He's 6'5".
Just a little bit out of his reach there as he's unable to bring that one in.
It's 3rd down and 4. As the rain coming down here. Pistol look again as the Andre Smith in the backfield with Altavilla. Altavilla looking to pass. In the flat there, it is complete. Gets across the 40 to around the 41 as Bryce Mustoller, the junior out of Somerset, PA, is a tight end.
And take a look at this play here once again. Accurate throws being delivered here in this game so far despite the weather, and another first down for this Lakers offense.
1st and 10 from the 41 in Lakers territory. Altavilla looking like he's in the pistol. As he takes it and hands it off to Andre Smith up the middle. The Andre Smith gets nowhere, about a yard on the play. And it'll be 2nd down and 9.
A little bit of extracurriculars going on there at the end of the play, but doesn't seem to be anything too serious. But in the meantime, Anthony, take a look at these helmets that the Lakers are sporting here today, working with the pink M for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. A very nice touch.
A nice touch indeed, as well as the clover on the other side as well. So I kind of was confused. I thought they were wearing different helmets for different players, but no. There's an M on one side and a clover on the other. As Altavilla in the shotgun with a 5-wide set. 3 split out to the far as Altavilla looking to pass. It is going to be complete there to Austin Hentz across the 1st down marker in the California territory at the 48-yard line.
And Anthony, it looks as if this Vulcans defense is almost confused as you see this pass delivered right in there on the far sideline, taken for another 1st down. It seems as if they can't figure out how to stop this offense.
Well, that's because it's so balanced. It can go passing or rushing. They're also giving California a look that they haven't seen necessarily before, and being in different formations on the offensive side. Is right now they're in the I formation with Altavilla. Play action. Under some pressure, he rolls to the near side across his body. He throws it. It is going to be complete across the field to number 80, Brad Novak, as he gets the ball to the 36-yard line.
And here it is once again, the senior wide receiver for the Lakers following along as the QB rolls out with a jumping grab there to pull that one in. Another 1st down for Mercyurst.
He just had to dive to get the ball, and Altavilla was rolling to the near side and had to throw it across his back as they continue to drive here. Under center is Altavilla in the I formation. Sending a man in motion is Novak. And a handoff to Andre Smith. The Andre Smith wrapped up hard there by California. That was Cameron Tarver on the stop.
And here it is once again, the senior out of Columbus, Ohio, looking to make his name known on Senior Day. Bringing down that rush for a loss of 1.
A beautiful job of avoiding that block coming to him and then getting the Andre Smith in the backfield for a loss of 1. That'll be 2nd down and 11. Under center is of Altavilla looking to pass. Under pressure, gets it off and gets it to Garrett Owens. Owens still on his feet, stiff arm there. Still on the sideline to the middle as a flag coming in here as he gets taken down at the 10-yard line. Altavilla with great awareness as Lamont McFadder came flying up the middle, it looked like. couldn't get to him in time, and Owens with a beautiful reception and return there.
As we await the call of this flag.
In the area of holding or blocking the back down the field.
But either way, Anthony, a great job of reading that check down and getting that ball out for a big gain if it stands.
Referee holding on Austin Hentz. As take a look at this replay, Colin. Lamont McFadden comes flying in and just gets it off to Owens.
That's right. You'll see a stiff arm here putting down a Vulcans defender, but to no avail as this ball will be coming back.
Yeah, might have seen there a penalty there on Austin Hentz, but it'll be second down and 1 for the Lakers. Timeout called by California as they didn't have the right personnel on the field. And after that penalty, you have to burn a timeout. That's not something you want to do if you're California. As Colin, we're going to take a look at the PSAC West graphic here. Mercyurst in the middle. They are tied. It's a 4-way tie for second place. As IUP can clinch the West with a win today. They are winning right now. They are defeating Gannon 28-0. California 3-2, 6-2. Mercyurst 3-2, 4-4. So also playing right now, Clarion and Slippery Rock. Slippery Rock is leading 3-0. As Colin's going to take a step aside real quick here. Hopefully we'll have him back in a little bit, as well as we hope our cameraman Matt's feeling better. Second down and 1 for the Lakers. As the referee's discussing here, Mercyurst and California just want to get the play underway. Looks like the rain is coming down harder as well. As the Lakers getting set here in the strong formation under center will be Altavilla. Altavilla takes a snap, looking to pass, flips it across the field, and it's going to be complete to Thelius Blackston III. He's marked as a lineman on our paper, but they're going to mark him a few inches short. No, they're going to say that he needs to get a first down. The chain gang didn't want to move, but he did get the first down. Lamont McFadden with a huge hit on him. He just bounced right off. At the 26-yard line, Altavilla in the I formation. In the backfield is DeAndre Smith. The fullback, Tom Sever. A handoff to Smith. Smith finds a hole up the middle and gets tackled at the 20-yard line. Gain of about 6 for him, as you see the replay here. A handoff up the middle, and he finds a hole, but a good tackle there by Lamont McFadden, as well as Luke Rapchak. 2nd and 4 with 3:40 to go here in the first quarter. Wind blowing here from left to right. The field goal post flags are blowing behind the field goal post, so if he airs it out, it may go over it may sail on him. As there's 5 seconds on the play clock. A handoff to Smith. Smith bounce to the outside, can't get anywhere, and a beautiful tackle there by California. Corey Bopp on the stop. Luke Krapchak was there as well. As you take a look at the replay there, Corey Bopp wrapping him up, and then Luke Krapchak finishing him off. 3rd and 5 now for the Lakers. The first time California is playing in the rain this season. Shotgun look for Altavilla. A blitz coming. California gets through. A hit there on the sideline as Corey Bopp once again makes the stop. Garrett Owens made the reception, it looked like. But California on a blitz there made Altavilla kind of go quickly there, and Bob was able to stop him before he gets to the first down marker as Schaefer on to kick the field goal here from the 29-yard line. That'll be about a 39-yard field goal. As this kick is up, and it hits the upright, and it is no good. So the score will remain 14-3 as it hit the left upright. The wind helping it go farther. However, you will see on the replay here, it gets above the hands, it looked like. So nobody tipped it. It goes left and just hits the upright in the middle. And California will take over from the 21-yard line. A big break there for the Vulcans. As you see, Mercyurst down on the sideline. See if California can take some momentum here. Kier in the shotgun. As there's 10 seconds on the play clock. Kier still waiting, and now 5. Takes the snap, looking to pass. Airing it down the field. He's got Tom Green, and Green can't complete the catch. Some great coverage there by Ben Young, the redshirt junior defensive back out of Newcastle, PA. Tom Green's hands might have also been a little slippery there with this rain coming down. As we welcome back Colin Kirkwood into the announcer's booth.
I'm all over, Anthony, making sure that we keep this broadcast moving smoothly here.
As Kier going to be in the empty backfield. 5 wide, 3 to the near, 2 to the far. As Kier looking to pass over the middle. It's complete to Chad Livingston. Gets barely anywhere on the reception. It's going to be 3rd down and 8.
As you'll see here, Chad Livingston had a few Lakers defenders following him, almost shadowing him the whole time as he received that ball, making sure that he wouldn't get a gain out of this.
And Colin, something to note, the temperature has gone 8 degrees since kickoff, and it's still raining, and the wind has got to be a factor too. So a little bit wind chill as well as the temperature dropping. As it's got to not be pleasant to be on the field right now. As Kier in the shotgun, sending a man in motion. As Kier looking to pass, has some time. Had pressure behind him as he rolls to the far side. Kier keeping it himself across the field, getting to the sticks, dropping his shoulder, getting to the 35-yard line, and Michael Kier acting like a running back, running over the defender there.
Michael Kier would not be denied here. Take a look at this. Doesn't see anybody downfield. He says, all right, I'll just roll out with this one. Moving up to the far side of the field, still keeping his head on a swivel. Decides to cut up, moving, and then right here, bam, says, nope, I will have this first down. Moves his way up, and nonetheless, first down.
And that's senior leadership there, knowing it's 3rd down. He needs to get across the field to get a first down, or else he'd be punting the football. As it's a shotgun look for Michael Kier now. Kier handing it off to Jimmy Wheeler. Wheeler loses the ball. Mercyurst looks like they have it, and this would be awful for California. And Mercyurst does have the football. I think the rain has a factor here. California having a hard time holding on to the football, and Jimmy Wheeler coughing it up here.
And here you'll see Jimmy Wheeler heading into this, and from you can see the ball roll out to the left side of the screen there, but we can't see the ball being popped out initially on contact.
It looked like Wheeler also was carrying it one-handed, and he was trying to get 2 hands on it. He just couldn't get it in time. And on that play, you don't go into the line of scrimmage with one hand. If you're going up the middle, you cover that ball up with 2 hands. Jimmy Wheeler didn't do that there, and it's 1st and 10 for the Lakers at the 40-yard line. Empty backfield for Altavilla. Altavilla looking to pass. It is going to be complete across the middle as he gets the ball to the 34-yard line. A good reception there by Marcus Plack.
Marcus Platt, a redshirt sophomore from Cincinnati, Ohio, from Princeton, the high school, not Princeton, the college. Anthony, as you said about the temperature dropping 8 degrees, it's nice to have 2 meteorologists here on our staff, keeping us informed always with weather. Dylan Gaudet and Ryan Kaufman.
As the clock will run out here, it'll be the end of the first quarter. California trailing here with the score 14-3 in favor of the Mercyurst Lakers. We'll be back with more Vulcans football in the second quarter here on CUTV.
Save preset 1 for Cal U's best music. More music in the car, more music in the dorm, more music everywhere. This is 91.9 WCAL Power 92. The home of the Vulcan Nation, playing Cal U's best music. 91.9 WCAL. WCAL Power 92.
Welcome back to Adamson Stadium here as California trails 14-3 to the Mercyurst Lakers, as Mercyurst has picked up the ball on 2 fumbles, one from Michael Keir and one from Jimmy Wheeler. They scored on off the Michael Keir fumble. We'll see if they can score here off the Jimmy Wheeler fumble. As in the I formation is Doug Altavilla. Altavilla handing it off up the middle, and he gets about a yard on the carry. It's 3rd down now for the Lakers. And Colin looked like Justin Baker made that stop. As also want to give a shout out right now to Justin Baker's mom. They're always giving us a shout out there. As I always love hearing from Mrs. Baker, and it's sad to see that Mrs. Baker will not be coming to any more games because this is his senior day. And Doug Altavilla right now in the I formation as a play action on a reverse. Gets it off to the outside, and he will get wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. So it'll be 4th down for Austin Hentz. But back on Justin Baker's story here, a senior here. Justin Baker's second mom, Mrs. Sharon, wanted to come to the game today but could not. She's been having some health problems, so we hope to have Mrs. Sharon get a speedy recovery back home. And thank you for watching. We're all thinking of you back in Virginia there. And Justin Baker is dedicating this game to you today. So thank you for watching the game today, and we hope for a speedy recovery. As they're going to stay on the field in Mercyurst is no field goal, no punt, as Altavilla in the I formation. Play action, looking to pass, going across the field. It is complete there, and it's complete there to 44 Theophilus Blackston III, and it'll be a 1st down here for the Lakers.
And Blackston III is a junior out of Wheeling, West Virginia, coming from Wheeling Park. And we've heard of Wheeling Park before, courtesy of the High School Roundup segment of High School Roundup with Dylan Goday.
West Virginia Roundup on the High School Roundup
right.
show.
West Virginia Roundup on High School Roundup, but we'll talk more about that later.
As Altavilla, play action. Across the field, it's going to be complete to Blackston once again. Blackston bouncing off a tackle at the 5-yard line now and gets the ball to the 4. Another big reception there for Blackston as the rain comes down even harder.
Yes, Anthony, the rain is really coming down in bunches here today as you see Blackston take this pass in and move his way up the field. Had about 3 people to beat, and unfortunately, but fortunately for Cal, came up short.
As Altavilla back in the I formation. Altavilla will hand it off up the middle, and he will get about to the 1-yard line as Garrett Owens on the play.
And Anthony, that's Garrett Owens' 4th carry of the day, and interesting to see some of the stats that are coming up for us. He's got 4 carries, and 2 of them have been for touchdowns.
Yeah, Garrett Owens, the guy who gets into the end zone for the Lakers when they're in the red zone or on the goal line. We'll see if they go back with him this next play. As the rain actually getting on our windows now, it was going pretty straight down, but it's coming into the press box area now. So thanks for the windows up here as a handoff, actually a play action across the field in the end zone. It's tipped, and it is going to be incomplete there. If that would have been a touchdown, that would have been an incredible touchdown at that.
And I do believe that was tipped by number 35, Nigel Garnett. As you'll see, a good job of our cameraman, Ryan Coffin, to stick with that one. And yes, tipped by number 35 and inches away from actually being a wonky touchdown reception, Anthony.
Oh, at the Ohio Dominican game, the first game of the season, it was tipped. It was a tip drill, and it was a touchdown for Ohio Dominican. So that was an interesting play. It didn't happen there, but Altavilla handing it off to Owens. Owens does not get across the goal line. He's going to be brought down maybe a yard short of the goal line.
And it looks like California has really caught on to the Lakers' goal line gameplay here, really stacking up and making sure there was no room for Owens to find his way in. And once again, number 35, Nigel Garnett, making things happen here.
That'll
2 times, 1 drive.
4th down, and they will bring on the field goal unit here for basically an extra point from the near side hash mark, as he's going to kick it from the 9-yard line. So a 19-yard field goal and a timeout called here by Mercyurst, Colin.
They might reconsider and possibly go for it, Anthony.
Yeah, maybe here, but Colin, we're going to take a look at the schedule here as the PSAC in full effect today. Gannon is at IUP. IUP leading 28-0. Clarion is at Slippery Rock. Slippery Rock up 10-0 over the Golden Eagles. East Rutherford at Westchester. Lockhaven at Bloomsburg. Edinburgh at Seton Hill later today. Cheney is at Millersville, and then Shippensburg at Kutztown is basically an elimination game, Colin.
That's a big game in the PSAC East, and that's a 4:05 kickoff. Homecoming for the Golden Bears.
That it is. That game will kick off at 4:05, like you said. Seton Hill's game will kick off at around 3 o'clock.
And Anthony, there are a lot of golden mascots in the PSAC. Now that I think about it, you've got the Golden Bears, the Golden Rams, the Golden Knights.
The Golden Eagles for
the
Clarion.
Golden Eagles.
And then Lockhaven is just the Eagles. And there you see Blaze getting his suit all wet in the rain. Now 48 degrees on the field with some wind and rain, Colin. That's got to not feel good if you're playing football out there.
A chilly game as you see some personnel
as
changes.
Mercyurst, like you said, Colin, may go for it, and they will here with Altavilla. Play action, looking to pass, flips it into the end zone. It is going to be incomplete there. California with great coverage there.
That was intended for number 85, Bryce Mostoller, as we've called his name a couple of times here today. You'll see it again. It does make contact with his hands, I believe, but he's unable to bring that one in.
And maybe some wet gloves there as well, Colin. California backed up, though, at their own goal line.
Sorry to interrupt you there, Anthony. Wet gloves, wet ball, a little bit of wet everything here today.
The last time it rained all game, I think Danny was out there running camera in the end zone.
And we've heard stories from Danny from that day.
California at their 2-yard line, or excuse me, 1-yard line. Keir in the shotgun. As there's 10 seconds on the play clock. As he's going to give it to Jalen Bell. Bell trying to get out of the end zone there, and he will get back to the 1-yard line, maybe to the 2. It'll bring him 2nd down.
And Anthony, this never is a comfortable place to start if you're on offense, having the shadow of your own goalpost creeping up the back of your jerseys.
2nd and 10 for the Vulcans. As Keir will be back in the shotgun. Kier changing up the play call here. As Kier takes a snap looking to pass. Into the flat. It is incomplete there. He was looking for number 88 on the play, Jack Viborny, the tight end freshman out of Hollidaysburg. It'll bring it up 3rd and 10.
I do believe a hand of the Laker got onto that ball, Anthony. I can't be sure, but I do think there was a tip there.
It looked like he might have tipped it, but I wasn't sure exactly either. But it'll be 3rd and 10. As Kier will be in the shotgun once again. 3rd and 10. Mercyurst looking like they want to show some pressure here. Mercyurst with 2 safeties back. Kier looking to pass. As it's over the middle, it is going to be incomplete there. Overthrows his receiver and Luke Smorey, and Kier will have to stay back to punt.
And Luke Smorey was almost triple covered here, as we'll see this replay. Michael Kier initially sees him and thinks he can fit it in there, but as you see there, 3 Lakers defenders, and almost could have been an interception.
4th and 10, and punting from the shadow of their own end zone and the back goal line. If this snap goes over the head of Kier, it's a safety. As this is going to be punted away, a high spiraling punt, fair caught at around the 49-yard line, 48-yard line in Mercyurst territory. So a 52-yard punt or farther for Michael Kier. As you see now, Mercyurst's schedule coming up.
There it is, and as you see, they took on a very good Kutztown team early in the season, Anthony, and kept it competitive. Also keeping it competitive was Slippery Rock, 31-28.
And all of their games, Colin, have been within 1 score. And I have a feeling, though, next week against Indiana, that's not going to be the case.
I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. They've been doing it all season long.
Mercyurst back here on offense as Altavilla in the pistol. Looking to pass across the field. It is going to be incomplete, and Lamont McFadder lays the hit on Marcus Plack.
And Lamont McFadder has been a huge part of this California defense throughout the season, pulling in numerous interceptions and really making himself felt out there with some huge hits.
2nd and 10 after that incomplete pass for the Lakers. The wind now blowing in the face of the Lakers. Also, that means the rain is blowing in the face of the Lakers, as it's 5 wide, 3 receivers to the far side, 2 to the near for Altavilla. Altavilla looking to pass. Down the field, it's going to be incomplete there. It was bobbled by Austin Hentz.
And that was a good work of being able to keep your hands up here if you're Cal on defense, as I didn't quite catch that number. I'll see if I can determine that for you guys here on this replay. A good job of getting a hand up onto that ball and making sure that it was not pulled in for a reception.
As Todd Coles Jr. on the play there. Todd Coles Jr., the senior defensive back, playing in his last home game most likely today. As Altavilla in the shotgun. Blitz coming, under pressure, flips it across the field. It is going to be incomplete there. Gets to the line of scrimmage, so there is not going to be intentional grounding here, I believe.
And this is huge for California, Anthony, being able to stop this Lakers offense. As you'll see here again, just nowhere to go with this one with pressure in your face.
As Brendan Cole on the punt, the first time Mercyurst having to punt today. As Altavilla lucky that he got that ball back to the line of scrimmage. As the Cole's punt is away, a deep punt there. And it's going to bounce out of bounds at the 21-yard line in California territory.
And here you see California's schedule on your screen. 2 back-to-back losses to Slippery Rock and IUP, but coming up next week, we will not be doing that game, Anthony. It'll be a radio game only.
You can watch that locally on The
Fever.
Point, Colin. That's 22 The Point. and that'll be on Sports Fever. We'll be doing that game. However, if you want to hear my voice, you can listen on the radio at 91.9 FM and online at sai.calu.edu/WCAL. Kier in the shotgun. 1st and 10 from the 20. Kier looking to pass, rolling to the near side. A flag coming here as Kier airs it out. It is going to be complete and a fumble as Mercyurst will pick it up with Ben Young. Young running to the far side of the field. Still on his feet, getting out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Again, if this is on California, it's Mercyurst football. And again, the ball being slippery here. Tom Green making that football move and just loses it. And if it's on Mercyurst, it'll be a free play for California, and it'll just be a 1st and 10 for them. Referee making this call. Holding on Mercyurst. The ball we placed at the previous spot, automatic 1st down. So a free play there, and Kier rolling it out, and he just airs it down the field.
And a good job of Tom Green of getting off the ground there and pulling that one in, but Michael Kier was shown a seat there as he was put down to the turf.
That he was, and Ben Young from Mercyurst did a great job of punching that ball out of Tom Green there. As now they move the sticks forward, which is not where the previous spot was. So interesting there. It's where the holding occurred, and it was around the 30-yard line. Kier in the shotgun. As he sends a man in motion. Handing it off up the middle to Jalen Bell. Bell getting forward and keeping his feet moving as he gets across the 1st down marker at the 41-yard line.
It looks as if California is going to attempt to get their run game up and going here as you see Jalen Bell working his way up the field, taking a couple of Lakers with him.
California going with a little hurry-up offense here as Kier back in the shotgun. Kier takes the snap, handing it off to Bell. Bell getting wrapped up there for a gain of 1 by Austin Brooks, the senior defensive lineman from Connellsville, PA.
A place where we took a trip to earlier for high school football, Anthony.
That we did. Connellsville did not get a win this season. They did, well, in conference. They got 1 win out of conference. 2nd down and 8 for the Vulcans. Wind blowing here still. As Kier sends Smory in motion. Smory looking to pass down the field. He's got a receiver open and Tom Green, and Green makes the reception at the 20-yard line. What a play call by Coach Dunn on that one there.
And take a look at this one again. You'll see. Take a look at this. Quite an arm from the wide receiver. Left-handed as well. Big shout out to him being a left-hander. 1st down.
And Colin, look at the flags on the field goal post. That may have been a factor on why that ball was thrown so far down the field. The wind blowing much harder now than it is. And Luke Smory also used to be a QB in high school. Just finding that out from our director, Gary Smith, in the truck. But still, an incredible move there as Jalen Bell with it now up the middle, getting the ball to the 15-yard line. That's a play call I have not seen yet from Coach Dunn in his tenure here at Cal.
That for sure caught me off guard. Here it is once again. I do think I was caught off guard as well as Mercyurst. That was the run that you just saw.
But California driving now in the red zone here. Coach Salisbury making the play calls on offense, but Coach Dunn agreeing with the play call decision there and letting it happen. As it's 2nd down and 5 for California as Kier in the shotgun. Kier Handing it off to Bell up the middle. Bell backpedaling there past the 10-yard line to around the 9-yard line. That's enough for a Vulcans first down.
And Anthony, Jalen Bell was not going to be brought down without a first down here. Take a look, as you said, backpedaling his way up the field here.
On his tiptoes.
That's right. Tiptoeing his way up the field and not through the tulips.
That's Jalen Bell embracing his inner Tiny Tim there, tiptoeing to the first down marker past it as it's 1st and goal from the 9. As Keir in the shotgun. Two receivers to the near side, one to the far. Looking to pass is Keir. Fade route to the end zone. This is caught for the touchdown. And Tom Green continuing where he left off last week at Gannon.
And Anthony, this is a favorite play call on offense for California. They love to throw these fade routes into the corner of the end zone with a high success rate. And once again, Tom Green pulls it down for California. 6 points. Write it, book it.
Getting inbounds. That foot was so close to the out-of-bounds line there. As Will Brazil on to kick the extra point here. As Will Brazil's kick is up, and it is good. So the score now, Mercyurst 14, California 10. As we take a quick break, we'll be back with more Vulcans football here on the Vulcans on CUTV.
Since 1937, the Student Association Incorporated, known as SAI, has served the CalU student body by providing activities, programs, and services. Every enrolled student has the ability to take part in over 125 different clubs and organizations. Managing participation in every SAI activity is easy with OrgSync, a powerful tool for staying connected. Located 1 mile from campus, the SAI farm has 94 acres of meeting and recreational space. SAI, it's your student association.
As California trails Mercyurst 14-10 there. As you see Blaze ready to hit the beam. As this kick is muffed, is able to return it though, and still on his feet. He's got about one man to beat, and he gets tackled down there at the 38-yard line. And that was Brad Novak on that play, but Colin, take a look at this touchdown from Michael Keir to Tom Green.
Yep, here's that play once again. As I said, fade, ball up. Tom Green turns around and faces it, brings it down. Touchdown.
And on that last play, a great return there from Brad Novak after he muffed the reception there. Mercyurst coming back on offense, calling that last drive for California was a 99-yard drive, and it was all thanks to helping with that was the Mercyurst Lakers penalty. That was a holding call.
And it's not easy to go the entire length of the field, Anthony, so I tip my cap to them.
As Altavilla hands it off to Andre Smith, and Smith gets the ball across the field to the 42-yard line.
A little slow to get up there was number 2, Andre Smith, but it looks like he's okay.
We actually have a California Vulcan who's slow to get up at the 40-yard line. Can't see exactly who that is, Colin. Might be Nigel Garnett. Can't tell exactly. I do see a number 5. It is number 35, Nigel Garnett, taking a knee on the field there, so hopefully he is okay. As Colin, a look around the NCAA Division I score, Pitt is leading Virginia 21-7 at halftime as Nigel Garnett walking off the field there. West Virginia trailing the number 11 team Oklahoma State 23-10 in that contest.
North Carolina keeping it close with Miami 14-6. Hurricanes are looking to move up and possibly make a college football playoff appearance.
That'd be big for them. And back to action here. 2nd and 6 with 5:27 to go and counting. As Altavilla rolling out, play action, airing it deep down the field. He's got a man open, and it is complete. Out of bounds at the 34-yard line is Brad Novak.
And Brad Novak is having a great game for himself here today. We've called his name multiple times here. It'll be his 4th reception. He's currently averaging about 26 yards a catch, so that's a very big number for him. Currently sitting at 78 as we await that catch to be entered in.
That was a 25-yard reception as Altavilla hands it off to Andre Smith. The Andre Smith up the middle and gets across the field to the 28-yard line.
And Anthony, Mercyurst is doing a good job of putting Cal in a rocking chair, if you will, as you see this run here after that big pass, keeping them swaying back and forth and keeping them guessing between big passes and runs as well. And there you see number 2, Andre Smith, is down this time.
You mentioned 2 plays ago that Andre Smith was a little slow to get up, and now Andre Smith, again, slow to get up off the field there. He's going to have to take at least a play off as the training staff will take a look at him.
We'll see if we can spot what happens here on this replay as he takes it up the middle.
He just kind of gets hit hard there, and he might have fallen on the ball there, but it'll be 2nd down and 5 for the Lakers. As Garrett Owens back in the backfield in a single back set. Handing it off to Owens to the outside. Owens getting hit there at the original line of scrimmage by, it looked like, California's number 21, Devontae Suber.
And Owens was stood up here, Anthony, taking a look at this replay once again. Mercyurst liking to go with these outside runs here, getting towards the red zone, but there he is, stood up by a host of Vulcans.
And actually, number 3 was in there first. That was Brendan Edwards, wrapping him up right away. It'll be 3rd down and 6 now for the Lakers. 3:45 to go and counting, under 10 seconds on the play clock. It looks like Mercyurst will take a timeout here as they're letting the play clock expire, and they will call a timeout.
And as you see Coach Dunn on your screen there, he seems to be agitated with something.
Not sure what he could be upset about with the officials there as you take a look at our CUTV_PA Twitter page.
Lots of great content on our Twitter page. We share the links to maybe you might have gotten to this broadcast from that page. Lots of good content. You can go there to vote for our weekly polls for High School Roundup and lots of other stuff, fun pictures, really anything that you could think of that you need from CUTV, you can get from our Twitter page. And Dylan does a good job of running that, making sure that things get out. I also do a little bit of tweeting on there occasionally.
I do as well. It is a nice platform.
But we all know that you love your Facebook. Isn't that right, Anthony? But we'll talk about that later.
I do love my Facebook. But Altavilla in the pistol look here as he looks to pass. Flipping it down the field. It is complete there, out of bounds. And that is Austin Hentz on the reception there.
And Anthony, Altavilla is not being bothered by this weather as he is just dropping passes right into the bread baskets of these receivers here today. There's another one.
Fourth time that Mercyurst has been in a first and goal situation this game. It's first and goal from the 8. In the single back set, Altavilla handing it off as Owens getting to the outside. Getting taken out of bounds at the 8-yard line, so no gain on the play there for him.
And as we've noticed throughout this game, the Lakers like to work to the outside with their runs when they get close to the goal line. But this one was not so successful for them as Owens is brought down almost immediately.
And great flow by the defense for California pushing him out of bounds there at the line of scrimmage. Back to 2nd and goal is Altavilla in the shotgun here. As Garrett Owens is to his right. Sending a man in motion is Brad Novak. As Altavilla looking to pass. Under pressure, flipping it off to Garrett Owens. And Owens wrapped up in the back.
Out.
The ball's out. We'll see who comes up with the football.
And it looks like the crest of a helmet popped that ball out of Owens' hands.
And still no decision. And I believe it'll stay Mercyurst ball. It will be Mercyurst ball.
Here's the replay, and we'll take a look and see how that ball just managed to get out of the hands of Owens. He pulls it in.
And Luke Krapchak right there tackled him, and he just lost the ball. It slipped out of his hands. And it'll be 3rd and goal from the 16-yard line. And we'll see what Mercyurst decides to go with here. Shotgun look for Altavilla. As Owens to his left. Looking to pass is Altavilla. Under pressure again, airing it to the corner of the end zone. This is complete, I believe, or they're going to call it an interception.
Oh, we've got a scrum for the ball here. Nobody willing to give it up. Touchdown.
The tie goes to the offense, and I believe California had it as well as Brad Novak. And you're going to take a look on the replay here, but a beautiful reception by Novak.
And here you'll see that once again thrown to the close side of the end zone and laying out almost for that one as his whole body was in the air for that one.
That looked like Novak was able to bring that in for the touchdown there as it's getting very dark out here, Colin.
Yes, it is getting very cloudy, so perhaps more rain clouds are on their way as Anthony sheds some light on our broadcast, turning the lights on.
Temperature also going down. It has decreased now to 45 degrees, windy and raining still. As the flag comes in here. Offsides on California. And Colin, do you go for it here if you're getting that penalty and taking it from the 1 or 2 yard line?
Yes, they've had success earlier in the game doing that, so don't stop. Just keep going for it.
Well, they're going to kick the extra point here. As Schaefer sets. As his kick is up, almost blocked. And it will be good. So the score now, California down by 11, 21-10, with a minute and 56 to go here in the first half. Stay tuned for more Vulcans football right here on CUTV.
Dylan, what's wrong, man?
I just don't know how my family back home in Buchanan, West Virginia can watch our stuff up here.
They can follow us on Twitter, or they can like us on Facebook.
That's awesome. What about our sports? How can they watch that?
They could watch it live right on our YouTube channel.
Awesome, man. Thanks.
You're welcome.
For the first time in 31 years, live high school football all season long on CUTV Sports 1.
Welcome back to Adamson Stadium as California trailing 21-10 to the Mercyurst Lakers. Colin, the wind blowing strong here as the flags are almost horizontal on the field goal posts, blowing right into the kicker's face.
And the posts are even shaking here as you'll see that shot.
As this ball gets caught in the air, and it is going to be returnable at the 20-yard line. Dances there, and he gets to the outside and gets taken down to the 40-yard line. That is D'Angelo Mitchell. And Colin, we just saw the weather play a factor right there in the kick.
And here is why we're kicking, as you'll see this touchdown reception in the corner of the end zone. Doing the best basketball impersonation here. with a jump ball. But that one's brought in for 6 for the Lakers.
California may want to try to go deep here with the wind in their favor right now. As California in trips to the far side, one receiver to the near. Kier in the shotgun. As Kier takes the snap, looking to air it out. Has no one to go to, and Kier trying to tell him to go deep. He's telling Tom Green to go deep. He's throwing it to Tom Green, and it's going to be incomplete and a pass interference call most likely coming here.
And Anthony, I'm not sure about this pass interference call. It almost looks as if Tom Green might have slipped on the turf.
And pass interference on the defense. That is a 15-yard penalty from the previous spot, automatic first down for the Vulcans. And you see Michael Kier, he's going to try to tell his receivers to get open down the field. He had nobody to go to.
Michael Kier was locked and loaded to go downfield. Nothing was going to stop him from getting that ball. I still don't know about that one, Anthony, but a positive for California.
I kind of agree with our radio broadcaster, Danny, here. I think that might have been an uncatchable ball, and Mercyurst has a little bit of room there to complain about that one, as it was way over Tom Green's head. As California will take it from the near side hash, as they have that option to move that ball in between the hashes after the penalty. As Kier in the shotgun, doubles look for him. Kier with 10 seconds on the play clock. Now 5 seconds. Takes the snap, looking to pass. Under pressure, rolls, and still on his feet, and he will go out of bounds at around the 41-yard line. Again, great defensive pressure and coverage by the Lakers.
Yes, Anthony, the Lakers are doing a good job of locking down these Cal receivers, making sure that Kier has nowhere to get that ball to. 1:28 left before the half.
As it'll be 2nd down and 7. Kier in the shotgun. As Kier takes the snap, looking to pass. Airing it out across the field in the flat to Jalen Bell, and Bell will get spun out of bounds. About 2 yards short of the first down.
And here it is once again, as Kier gives it to Bell, who looks to move up the sideline, but there's not much room for him, and he gets out of bounds, fortunately, to keep the clock from moving.
It's 3rd and 3. As the scoreboard said, 3rd and 29. It is not 3rd and 29. Colin, last night we had a 4th and 57, but that was an actual down in yards.
Yes, and you don't see that every day, that's for sure.
As Kier looking to be in the shotgun and looking to pass across the middle to Chad Livingston. Livingston getting taken down with forward progress to the 32-yard line. A great tackle there, though, by the Lakers.
And Anthony, we both know that Gary Dunn loves to score before the half, so we'll see what they can cook up here as the clock winds down.
Kier in the shotgun again. 3 receivers this time. 2 receivers to the far, 1 to the near. As Jalen Bell, his sidecar to the left. Kier looking to pass. Under pressure. Steps in the pocket to the end zone. It is going to be incomplete there. He couldn't complete the catch. He was double covered. It looked like he had it in his hands. He just couldn't corral it in.
We'll take a look at this one again. Here's Michael Kier dodging things, making sure he can get that ball away into the end zone. A tight window, but it looks like he was driven out by number 6 of the Lakers, and that'll be Ben Young.
Yeah, Ben Young making sure it couldn't be a complete catch. It looked like Smorey had it in his hands, and Young ripped it out. It was not a ruled a fumble. It's an incomplete pass as it's 2nd down and 10. 5 seconds on the play clock. Kier looking to pass. Play action. Feeling pressure, gets it across the field and out of bounds at the 29-yard line to Chad Livingston.
And here it is again, but Anthony Cal is doing a fantastic job of clock management here, moving down the field, keeping these passes towards the sideline. As you'll see right there, Chad Livingston bringing that one in.
A little bit of a bunny hop there to stay in bounds. California also has 2 of their timeouts with 49 seconds left to go in the second quarter. Kier in the shotgun as the flags blowing left to right here across the field vertically. And it's basically horizontal as it's getting windy in here as well. As Kier looking to pass, throwing it down the field to the end zone. It is going to be incomplete. Tip drill there, and no penalty flags either. As he was looking for Craig Thompson. Once again, he was double covered, Colin.
He was double covered, and we'll take a look at this again. That ball makes its way into the end zone, but batted away by number 24 of the Lakers, and that's Corbin Kessler, sophomore out of Harmony, PA, Seneca Valley High.
And Kier is going to stay out there on the field as the wind blowing still here. No field goal for Will Brazil. 10 seconds left to go on the play clock. 41 seconds left in the first half. Kier in the shotgun. Looking to pass. Down the field, it is going to be complete to Luke Smorey across the sticks and to about the 18-yard line.
And Anthony, another bunny hop, as you referenced earlier.
Timeout.
A timeout called by California here.
Timeout of the hip. 30 seconds.
Here it is again. As you'll see Michael Kier drop back, survey, and send that one to Smorey.
A beautiful catch up by Smorey. First and 10 for the Vulcans after this timeout, but Colin, California trying to score here with 34.8 seconds to go, trying to drive down the field and just put some more points on the board before they go into halftime. California will get the ball to start second half, though.
1-3-6-1-4. If you have that number, come on up to the press box.
As the flies are coming in here as well, Colin.
Yeah, one just came off the roof and landed on my head there. Caught me off guard, but as we're talking about California's offense, they love to score towards the end of the half, and we've seen that multiple times this season. They're very good at pulling things out of the bag and making things happen late in the half.
Kier going to be in the shotgun here. As Kier looking in the doubles look with Jalen Bell, a sidecar to his right. Looking to pass across the field to Luke Smorey. Smorey trying to stiff arm one guy and gets out of bounds at around the 11-yard line.
Here's Luke Smorey on the far sideline here. Brings this one in. Turns. A little bit of a stiff arm there. About, I'd say, 3 or 4 yard gain, Anthony.
And it's going to be second down and 2. So about a 7-yard gain. As Kier in the shotgun, 4 receivers. 3 to the near side, 1 to the far. As Kier sends Thompson in motion. A handoff to Bell. Bell diving across the field to the 4-yard line. It'll be first and goal for the California Vulcans.
Jalen Bell is driven into the ground on that one via helmet, but they're going to spike this one to save their last timeout.
22.8 seconds left. It'll be second down and goal. As you see here, the run play before to get them this first down, Colin.
And here it is, as I was talking earlier, he's driven into the ground with a ferocious hit there. It looked to be number 20.
Jake Tarasovich, the redshirt sophomore out of Erie McDowell. Second and goal from the 4. As Kier in the shotgun. In a doubles formation here. Wind still whipping here. As Kier takes the snap, looking to pass to the corner of the end zone. Incomplete. They're almost intercepted by number 1, Dante Redwood, the junior defensive back out of North Ridgeville, Ohio.
And Redwood does a fantastic job of making sure this ball does not reach its targeted destination. Here it is again, hopping up and inches away from pulling in an interception to close out the half.
It'll be 3rd and goal with 18.6 seconds to go in the first half. 10 on the play clock here in the shotgun. Doubles formation here, sending Smorey in motion to the far side. Kier looking to pass. Rolling to the near side. Airs it to the corner. It is incomplete there. There was
Pass is incomplete.
8 players in that corner of the end zone, Colin.
There were a lot of players in the corner of that end zone. You're right, Anthony. Number 13 looked at Jalen Bell looked to be the intended target.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Mercyurst players and 3 California players all right there. 8 players all in the corner of the end zone.
A lot of people in a small area.
Will Brazil on to kick the field goal, about a 21-yard field goal. Wind blowing in his favor as this kick is up with plenty of leg. Is good as he's scoring out 21-13 in favor of the Lakers with 8 seconds to go. Colin, we're going to keep it here as California will be kicking off here. We'll see what Mercyurst decides to do, though, on this kickoff.
Yes, we'll see if they are going to attempt to attack Cal's secondary before the half once again here, but you'll see the PSAC West standings once again on your screen.
IUP taking on Gannon right now. IUP up in the 4th quarter, 42-14. And Mark Jones for Gannon with only 68 yards on 16 attempts. He's a beast in the running department. For Slippery Rock, though, they're tied for California. With California, they are leading Clarion 24-3.
A couple of games about to get on their way in the PSAC East here, or should be getting underway. Lock Haven at Bloomsburg, East Stroudsburg at Westchester, and coming up here at 3 o'clock, Edinburgh will get the game started against Seton Hill.
Will Brazil to kick off here. As this kick, a squibber, as it rolls and is botched at the 11-yard line, as he will get taken down at around the 13-yard line. That was Cameron Thompson on the play. And actually the clock will wind out there, so the first half will come to a close. California trailing Mercyurst 21-13 going into halftime. We'll be back with the second half of the broadcast here on CUTV.
The Friday Night Lights shine on CUTV. August 25th, California at Brownsville. September 1st, Monessen at Carmichael's. September 8th, Southmoreland at Charleroi. September 22nd, McGuffey at Elizabeth Forward. September 29th, Franklin Regional at Connellsville. October 6th, Trinity at Bell Vernon. October 13th, Rochester at California. October 20th, Newcastle at Ringgold. October 27th, Washington at Best Center. Live on CUTV Sports 1, tape delay, CUTV.
Marketing Leadership Consultant, and Ron Burrow, pitch percussion technician. Our 2017 show is titled Hotel California, featuring songs based on some of America's largest hotel chains. Based off of one of America's most well-known hotel chains, the Holiday Inn, we'll start our show with Green Day's Holiday. Field Commanders Lydia Pontesell and Emily Davis, is your band ready?
Be back on that 7-6 o'clock. 6, 5, 4, 6. I would be ready at 6. Why don't you guys take the bag down before it started raining? Why don't we guys take this bag down before it started raining? I got this here. I thought we were talking to it. That way the wind doesn't get up there. Last time it'll see rain.
Next, if you'd like a more elegant place to stay, we will feature Can't Take My Eyes Off of You by the Four Seasons. Next on our road trip, for those staying at the Knights Inn, we will play Knights in White Satin by the Moody Blues, featuring Babe Dressler and Taylor Green on trumpet. In closing, on any road you travel, you have many choices as to where you lay your head at night. But remember, if you come to southwestern Pennsylvania, the only choice on the where you lay your head is none other than Hotel California.
my hands in the sink. Oh, that sounds like a good idea. I want to eat first, then I'm going to get warm. I'm already cold. I don't want to eat and then get warm.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Okay.
a minute.
And welcome back to Adamson Stadium here on the campus of California University of Pennsylvania, as the California Vulcans trail the Mercyurst Lakers 21-13 at halftime. 3 minutes left to go in halftime. Once again, Anthony D'Agostino alongside me, Colin Kirkwood. And Colin, California on the board, but it's been a struggle for them to maintain and hold position against this Laker team.
Yes, it seems as if this California offense isn't on the same page totally, as we've seen a couple mental mistakes throughout this game.
Hey, Colin, take a look at these replays here.
Thanks, Mike.
And you see that right there. That's number 21 for the Lakers, Garrett Owens, and he's had a huge game so far here. Stats for him are coming in at 7 carries for 22 and 2 touchdowns. And he's splitting that one with number 2, DeAndre Smith, who looked a little bit shaken up towards the end of the first half. He also has 7 for 22.
He does, and you see there Will Brazil kicking some field goals here, which is keeping California in it. He has 6 points in terms of field goals for California.
And California has shown some creativity on the offensive side of the ball with a couple of trick plays for big gains, but
they've also lost the ball twice, and they've scored touchdowns both times.
Turnovers have been haunting this California team here today, Anthony. They'll look to right the ship here for the second half.
That they will, and you saw that was one of the beautiful catches by Tom Green. And then Doug Altavilla, he can answer right back with Brad Novak just going up for it and coming down with the reception over the defensive back for California. As I believe also Mercyurst missed a field goal off it hit the upright column.
It did. It bounced off the far field goal post. As here's some of the halftime stats for you. As we said and alluded to early in this broadcast, Mercyurst is a very balanced offensive team, but they seem to be proving us wrong here today.
I think they're relying on the passing off today, which is interesting because it's raining and windy.
Normally when it comes to those kind of conditions, you really want to give the ball to your running back and have him put his head down and really do some damage for you, but they're doing the complete opposite. And
So
it's
is
working
California.
well for them. It's working well for both teams here. But as we said, turnovers are haunting this California team, 2 so far.
And 2 so far, and they have both answered with points.
That's right. As you see here, time of possession, Mercyurst out-possessing by about 4 to 5 minutes there.
Mitchell and Smory back
California to return it here from Brandon Cole. Colin, also something to note, a color rush game today, all white for Mercyurst and all black for California.
Wouldn't it be amazing if the conference here did something like that? But still, you're right, color rush-esque here today on a very dreary Saturday afternoon. And interesting to note, Dylan Godet told us at the half that the temperature has dropped at about 15 degrees since the kickoff of this game as the rain continues to come down.
That it does, and we may be able to get you an updated radar of what's happening in the weather right now after this kickoff. As the kick away, going to D'Angelo Mitchell from the 1-yard line. Mitchell, spin move there, gets to the 21-yard line and gets taken down there. Is stopped by Walsh there. As California will come back here on offense. This time California having to fight the wind as it's blowing at their face.
First and 10 Vulcans from the 21.
And Colin, we were just outside. It's a rather cold and rainy, windy day.
It is very cold outside, so a big round of applause to Ryan Kaufman and Matt Deaver on camera for us here, braving the elements and getting us great shots.
Kier in the shotgun. Doubles formation. As Kier with 10 seconds will play action. Screen pass there to Luke Smory.
Green with the reception.
That's Tom Green, and he'll get about 4 yards on the carry.
Caught by Redwood.
And Anthony, Tom Green continues to be a very pivotal part for this California offense here today.
Yeah,
his fourth reception of the game.
Second down and
Fourth reception for him with 97 yards. His longest was a 50-yard reception, which helped California get on the board. As he now eclipses the 100-yard mark with 102 yards receiving today. Kier, play action, looking to go down the field. It is complete to Chad Livingston on the play to the 39-yard line.
And Anthony, I don't know about you, but I was a little thrown off by this catch. It almost looked like if it was a little bit wild when he brought it in. We'll take a look at it again here as Michael Kier fakes the handoff.
From the 38.
Sends that one over the middle. A little bit of a bobble there by Chad Livingston, but a good job of staying focused and pulling that one in.
I agree. I was worried he might have bobbled it and lost it as a fumble or possibly get it intercepted, but he was able to hold it and take it down for the first down. Kier in the shotgun. As Kier looking to pass. Airing it down the field. This is to Chad Livingston, and Livingston bounces off of one and gets taken out of bounds. Continuing to play is Mercyurst as he looks at California. That's Jake Tarasovich. Possibly could have been an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty called there, but it'll be a first down for California after this beautiful pass.
And here it is once again. Take a look at Chad Livingston pulling this one in. Having a defender bounce off and then continuing to move up the field. Chad Livingston is feeling it here in this second half so far.
Kier back in the shotgun on the Mercyurst 40. Looking to pass on a play action. Good block by Jalen Bell, and an incomplete pass to Luke Smory.
As Luke Smory wipes his hands off there.
Second down.
He's wearing no gloves.
And that's really interesting. I know he has done that throughout the season, but on a day like today, I feel like gloves would come in handy, Anthony.
Yeah, I think gloves would definitely come in handy on a rainy day like today. It'll be second down and 10 now for the Vulcans. As Kier will be in the shotgun once again. Sending Livingston in motion to the far side is Michael Kier. 5 on the play clock. Kier looking to pass. As he rolls to the near side, and he's telling him to go far. Kier throwing it down the field, just throws it out. And that's some miscommunication on the quarterback and the wide receivers.
Third down.
As you see the sideline here, take a look at this once again. Michael Kier pointing towards his receiver saying, go deep. But unfortunately, he wasn't able to make something happen. But take a look at the hands on the sideline there. And he was not wearing gloves.
Some people just can catch the ball with slippery hands, I guess.
Some people just don't prefer to wear gloves. I mean, I personally, when it gets cold, I choose to not wear gloves. I normally just keep my hands in my pockets.
And Colin, the jackets are going on, getting put on down the sideline to keep the team dry and warm. As Kier in a shotgun gets it off with 1 second left. Looking to pass down the field. It's going to be way out of bounds. I'm going to bring up fourth down. He was looking for Luke Smory on the play.
Just too much on this pass here. It's Luke Smory just ran out of room heading towards the near sideline, as you'll see it again.
And Michael Kier will be back to punt, it looks like here.
Took a little bit of a shot there as he let that one go. But, yep, just ran out of room there.
As Kier back to punt at his own 45-yard line. This punt away, end over end, fair catch caught. And it's muffed, and it's down at the 20-yard line. No kick-catch interference either.
That one was pulled in by number 6, Ben Young, I believe, after it was mishandled. We'll take a look here again.
Colin, see if you think there may be some kick-catch interference here. He calls for the fair catch right there.
So get on your feet and scream for the Dairy Queen ice cream.
It looks like one of the California special teams members maybe spooked him a little bit being in front of him.
Dylan, Colin, excuse me, this is a great time for an ice cream toss from Dairy Queen, the sponsor of Vulcan.
Who wouldn't want ice cream on a day like today?
It'd be cold, though. As we're back to action here, Doug Altavilla handing it off, and he's going to get back to the, he's going to lose 2 yards there.
Owens, the ball carrier.
And that was Garrett Owens on the play. And a great explosive stop by the defense here for California.
Loss on the play, second down and 11.
You should get a look at Luke Rabchak there on your screen. Looking over to the sideline.
Doug Altavilla back in the single back set here. 3 receivers to the far side as it's a play action. Flips it over. It's going to be incomplete there as he overthrew his receiver. Had some pressure on him as well by Cameron Tarver. Tarver was covering a wide receiver there. You're going to see it here. But then all of a sudden he comes in, like right there. Cameron Tarver breaks off, and if he would have caught that ball, that would have been dangerous for California.
But number 85, Bryce Mostoller, was just a little too far ahead of that one.
3rd and 11 for the Lakers. Doug Altavilla in the shotgun. Rolling to the far side, looking to pass. It is going to be incomplete there. It bounced off the arms and shoulder pads of Austin Hentz. That'll bring up 4th and 11 now for the Lakers as they will be forced to punt.
And we're seeing a very different California defense here in the second half as you see this incomplete pass once again. Almost was able to pull that one in, but out of bounds. We're seeing a different California defense, Anthony, as they are really locking in here.
Mitchell back deep for the Vulcans.
As Brendan Cole back to punt from his 1-yard line. As this is a spiraling punt. As Mitchell will get it and lose his footing and get taken down at the 50-yard line. As
Mitchell
Colin,
to the 50.
The wind blowing, the rain still falling.
From the 50-yard line.
As the lights are on here, the radar coming in here, you see Pittsburgh and California down there near I-76. The temperatures are now at 43 here, and it's going to continue raining, it looks like, for the rest of this game. Maybe you see there a little break
We
in
might
the
get a
rain.
little bit of a break if we're lucky, but this is a very interesting feature that we have, and I enjoy it a lot.
I think thanks to our meteorologists, Dylan Godet and Ryan Coughlin for that, but it's going to be interesting to see here what happens. I think the wind will stay a factor, even if that lull comes through. As a handoff to Bell, and Bell will get a yard on the carry.
Bell, the ball carrier.
It looks to see that Bell was brought down by, I do believe, number 75 of the Lakers. And that would be Austin Brooks.
2nd down and 9.
We've called his name a couple of times here in this game, Anthony.
As a local product out of Connellsville, mentioned that before. 2nd and 9 now for California. Kier in the shotgun, Jalen Bell, the sidecar to his right. 10 seconds on the play clock as Kier will send the man in motion to be a sidecar to his left. As Kier play action, some good blocking as Kier now under pressure. Rolls to the near side, gets it off to Jalen Bell, and Bell makes the reception at the 46-yard line on a one-handed grab.
And take a look at this catch once again. Michael Kier looks to his right, decides not to go that way, rolls over to the left, sees Jalen Bell, says, hold on a sec, throws his finger up, and then a one-handed grab.
Staying in bounds, no less, too, was Jalen Bell, as he was also right at the sideline there. As it's now 5 wide as Kier split out Jalen Bell to the near side. 3rd and 5 for the Vulcans, 10 seconds on the play clock. Michael Kier alone in the backfield. Takes the snap, looking to air it out. In the flat, it is complete there to Craig Thompson. Craig Thompson pushed back. We'll see where they mark him down with forward progress.
Thompson with the reception, stopped by Redwood.
And they're not going to give him any forward progress. I think that's a very interesting call because he got bounced backwards a few yards and had right there. He was at the 40-yard line and he was pushed backwards. That should be almost a first down, Colin.
I'd have to agree with you, Anthony, and as we see Coach Dunn here.
That's forward progress at the 40-yard line. And this is forcing California to punt now. Make sure you keep that in the back of your mind as Mercyurst gets the football back. As Keir's punt away, fair catch here at the 17-yard line.
Ball is fair caught by Novak.
As Mercyurst will take over here, back-to-back-to-back punts, Colin. As Coach Dunn, you see there, I'm also looking at our Facebook page.
And the Facebook page is definitely a favorite of Anthony, as Anthony's somewhat of our Facebook guru here at California University Television.
I do like my Facebook.
He likes his Facebook, and you'll like our Facebook too with our
okay.
Facebook Lives. We've got some pretty interesting stuff, so turn on your notifications for California University Television.
Altavilla in the single back set now as he hands it off to Owens, and Owens does get back to the line of scrimmage, it looks like, and he will gain no yards.
No gain on the play, second down.
Bring up 2nd and 10, Colin, as take a look at this replay.
Here's the handoff right up the middle. Not much room for the running back to make any space out of, and he's taken down quickly.
2nd and 10 now for the Lakers. Shotgun formation here for Altavilla. As Altavilla looking to pass. Down the field, this is going to be complete there and to the 29-yard line to number 10, Marcus Plack.
Here it is once again. You'll see good ball control here by the Mercyurst quarterback, but just short.
Brendan Edwards almost tried to come in and intercept that one. You notice who they're not throwing the ball around?
Sorry, Anthony, I just noticed it looks like they're going to actually mark that as a first down instead of just short.
They will mark it as a first down, but Lamont McFadder has not been getting much in the way of passes thrown near him today.
There's still plenty of time for him to make his impact here on this game and really put his stamp on it.
A run to Owens. Owens shedding some tacklers there, getting the ball to the 38-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 2 now.
Gain of 8 on the play.
Here it is once again. It's Altavilla handing that one off, and number 21, Owens, continuing to push forward on his 11th carry of the day.
Under 8 minutes to go here in the third quarter. 2nd and 2, Altavilla in the pistol. Owens, the tailback. As Altavilla looking to hand it off to Owens up the middle. Owens getting wrapped up by Rapchak at the 38-yard line. Maybe gains a few inches on the play.
Here's that handoff once again right up the middle, and as you said, Luke Rapchak making sure that he's there to shut that play down.
3rd and 1 here for the Lakers, as I would think you're going to see a run play here, Colin.
I would venture to say yes. They've been very successful in short yardage situations with running the ball, so I wouldn't see them changing it.
Single back set for the Lakers. Owens in the backfield as to play action, looking to pass. Airing it down the field, he's got a man open. It is incomplete there. It'll be 4th and 1 as he was looking for Brad Novak. He had him open, just couldn't find the target.
And Mercyurst tried to lure California into expecting a run there and almost caught them off guard, but luckily that ball is dropped.
As you hear the California marching band there, playing the old dollar dance. One of their favorite drum tunes.
Quick couple of updates. 2 games have gotten underway in the PSAC East. Bloomsburg and Lockhaven. Bloomsburg is up 14-7. That's in the second quarter, as you see that punt sent away.
Chad Livingston picks it up and still on his feet to the sideline and hurdles a man and flips over his back at the 35-yard line.
And we'll see this one again, I'm hoping.
I sure hope so. I mean, Chad Livingston doing his best Gary Brown impression here But take a look at this replay. Chad Livingston stiff arms the man there, get off me, and then he hurdles this man and gets pushed over backwards on his back at the 33-yard line. And we were told he's a state champion high jumper. Looks like it there.
Looks a lot like it there. Almost airborne.
As Kier in the pistol hands it off to Jalen Bell. Bell up the middle, and he will be at around the 43-yard line. That's enough for a first down, right at the first down marker.
This is a good run by Jalen Bell here, working his way up the field, dodging defenders, making things happen. In the other game I alluded to, East Stroudsburg traveling to Westchester. Westchester is currently up 15-3 on the end of the season opponent for the Vulcans, the Warriors of East Stroudsburg.
Kier in the pistol formation. First and 10 from the 43. As Kier will hand it off to Bell to the outside. Bell gaining about 2 yards on the carry. Getting about to the 45.
And Anthony, while we're on the topic of East Stroudsburg, one of the things I like a lot about them is their new rebranded logo.
Something I think came out last season.
It's a very sharp logo.
Has like a banner behind it and the Warrior in front of the banner, coming out of the banner. A very nice logo indeed. As Kier will be out of the shotgun here. Handing it off to Bell. Bell finding a hole up the middle and gets across the first down sticks to the 47-yard line in Mercyurst territory.
And the continually relying on the rushing game that Cal's been doing so far in the second half, things are starting to open up and things are starting to work for them, and they're being rewarded for their efforts.
Has Kier back in the shotgun, first and 10. Kier will hand it off again to Bell up the middle. Bell getting a few yards, about 4 on the carry, across the field to the 43.
You see a little bit of Jalen Bell's pads pointing out there in the back as he has to settle those down. Don't want to land on that facing up.
Shotgun here, trips to the near side. One receiver to the far. Jalen Bell a sidecar to Kier's left. Under 4:30 to go here, 4:25 to be exact in the third quarter. As Kier handing off to Bell again, up the middle. Bell, actually Kier keeps it on a fake. I was completely faked out there. He gets to the 31-yard line. Actually, Jalen Bell fumbled it. Kier picks it up, and he goes down the field to get the first down here. You'll see it on the replay.
Yeah, the ball hits the turf here. It slips out of Michael Kier's hands, and he picks up and rolls with it and actually progresses quite nicely.
Maybe a little miscommunication there on the quarterback-running back combo there. But it gets them a first down on great awareness by Michael Kier to pick it up and just go. First and 10. Kier with 10 on the play clock. Gets her the handoff to Jalen Bell. Bell up the middle, goes to the 29-yard line. As they're content with just running the ball here, Colin.
Yes, and Jalen Bell is being the bell cow, if you will, for this California offense so far, continuing to push the ball up the middle of the field and having good results.
2nd and 7 now for the Vulcans. Trips to the near side. Bell a sidecar to the right of Michael Kier. As Kier takes the snap, now looking to pass. As he rolls to the far side across his back, it is going to be complete across the field to Luke Smorey at around the 21-yard line. He was covered very tightly, but he was able to make the reception.
And take a look at Luke Smorey taking this pass and diving for the first down here. As Michael Kier delivers a nice ball. And a little bit of a corkscrew there to spin into that first down.
Luke Smorey doing his job to get the first down there and coming back to make that reception after Kier was in trouble and had to throw it across his body and off his back foot. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 21-yard line. 2:45 to go in the third quarter. Trips to the near side for Michael Kier. Jalen Bell, the sidecar to his left. Play action. Screen pass over to Tom Green, and it's going to be way out of bounds, and it'll be 2nd and 10 now.
You see Gary Dunn overseeing his squad there on the sideline as he's dressed nice and warmly. Smart decision with the rain still coming down here this afternoon.
As Kier will be back in the shotgun. Jalen Bell, the sidecar to his left. As Kier, with 5 on the play clock, needs to get this play off. 1 second, gets it off, hands it off to Jalen Bell on the outside. Bell still on his feet, getting taken down there at around the 13-yard line. It'll be around 3rd and 5 for the Vulcans after this.
Yes, and Jalen Bell picked up a nice amount of yards off of something that looked like there really wasn't anywhere to go. Fortunately, number 12 for the Lakers, that's Gunnar Murford, and he hit the turf, opening up a spot for Bell to move up the field.
And a good tackle there by number 5, Tariq Ellis, the redshirt senior out of Plum from Mercyurst. Able to take down Jalen Bell, make it 3rd and 6. Under 2 minutes to go here. Bell splits out to the wide on the far side of the field. Kier in the gun in the empty backfield. Looking to pass. Still looking, throws it across the field. It is complete, and it will be at the 1st down marker. We'll see if they move the chains.
Take a look at this pass once again. This was very close. At my first glance, I thought that this was out of bounds, but as you see, number 72 for the Vulcans, his helmet kind of blocked the view of the feet.
And they're going to give him not a 1st down. It looked like he had the 1st down, and it's going to be 4th and inches. The marker is at the 12-yard line. The ball is over the 12-yard line. The ball is at past the 1st down marker right now. I don't understand how you don't measure that, but Kier handing off to Bell. Bell up the middle, and he gets across the field to the 9-yard line and will pick up the 1st down.
Jalen Bell doesn't have a problem with that. He just figured, I'll take the ball and get the 1st down. And as you see that, there he goes, making his way over the 10-yard line, securing that 1st down.
9-yard line now for the Vulcans as it's 1st and goal. As Kier in the pistol formation. Baker to the left of Michael Kier, but a timeout called as Mercyurst will call a timeout, Colin.
And we'll see what Michael Kier and company will come up with here on the sideline. And IUP has gone final 42-26, so that means that they have indeed clinched the PSAC West and will be representing the division in the title game.
That they will. Mark Jones for Gannon ended with 20 carries on 91 yards. Lenny Williams was 20 for 25 today with 182 yards passing. And, I mean, you can't beat that if you're Gannon. A quarterback that's passing 20 for 25 is almost unheard of all the time.
And he is something special for that Crimson Hawks offense.
That he is.
Taking a look at Slippery Rock, they're currently ahead of Clarion, 24-3, and that's in the 3rd quarter.
And that does not surprise me in the least. Slippery Rock trying to hold that 2nd spot in the division.
You see the dance team trying to energize this crowd. Speaking of the crowd, Anthony, looking over at the visiting sideline, quite a few people have come to see the Lakers here today.
Even in the rain. Rain and wind and cold will not stop these Lakers faithful as it's 1st and goal for Kier at the 9-yard line. Justin Baker, the sidecar to Kier's left. Play action, rolling to the far side. Kier airing it to the end zone, the corner of the end zone. A catch here, and hats are flying off the referees' heads as he was out of bounds anyways. But if he would have caught it, it would have been a penalty flag as he was out of bounds and came back in.
There you see Michael Kier sending that one to the back corner of the end zone, and a little too much for Luke Smory to pull that one in.
he was also pushed out of bounds as well. And it's going to be 2nd and goal from the 9. 4 wide, 3 to the near side, 1 to the far. And the receivers. Kier looking to pass. Rolling to the near side. Penalty flag coming here for holding, I would assume. And Kier getting taken down to the 5-yard line. And I watched it happen, Colin, and it looked like there was holding as Kier was rolling to the near side. You'll see it here on the replay. Right there.
Oh, yes, there it is.
3, I believe, for California is Eric Hudanik, somebody I mentioned in the beginning of the game.
And he held up Austin Brooks from getting to Michael Kier there.
And that's just, again, some inexperienceness on the offensive line. He's a freshman. As it's 2nd and goal from the 19-yard line. 25 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter. Kier in the shotgun. 1 safety back for Mercyurst as Kier getting the pass off. Excuse me, the playoff. Passing incomplete there. No penalty flags for pass interference either, Colin.
And number 1, Dante Redwood. We've said his name a couple of times here in this game. He makes sure that that ball was not going to reach its intended target.
And it looked like they both got there around the same time. So good defense there, and it's 3rd and goal from the 19 now with 4.2 seconds left. 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far. Jalen Bell, the sidecar to the left. 10 seconds on the play clock, looking to pass is Michael Kier. Rolling to the near side. Throwing it to the end zone in the back. It is incomplete. Overthrows Craig Thompson on the play. And that'll be the end of the 3rd quarter. We'll see if California decides to go for it or if they will kick the field goal as they trail 21-13 for the Mercyurst Lakers. We take a quick break here on CUTV.
CUTV News Center is California University of Pennsylvania's award-winning student television newscast. Your source for live, local, late-breaking news. Forecast from the CalU Weather Center. The region's latest entertainment news. Vulcan sports highlights and regional scoreboards with television news coverage you can't get anywhere else. Watch it live Thursdays on CUTV and on demand. CUTV News Center. Online all the time.
And welcome back to Adamson Stadium as California trailing 21-13 to the Mercyurst Lakers. As Will Brazil to kick the field goal here. And Will Brazil looking like he's going to kick from the near side hash at the 26-yard line. It'll be a 36-yard field goal. As the snap is low, the kick is up. Plenty of leg on that one, and it is no good. It looked good from here, and Will Brazil is not happy. He's saying it was good. We're going to see here, it was plenty of leg. There was no blocked, as you can't see it really there on the replay, but very confusing indeed as it was called no good. Will Brazil can't believe it. He watched it go like he thought through the uprights, and he does not agree with the official call there. As it'll be 1st and 10 now for the Lakers. As Colin Kirkwood back with us here is a single back set now for Altavilla. Altavilla handing it off. Up the middle of the field he goes. That is DeAndre Smith. That's Grayson Taylor. Taylor getting across the field to the 29-yard line.
He's a redshirt freshman out of
his knee was down right there.
Cheektowaga, New York. And that is a town located outside of Buffalo.
Altavilla under center. As he hands it off again, as he may get enough for the first down there. And they will remove the chains. And that was Owens on the carry.
And the Lakers continue to march here, Anthony.
As it'll be 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line. As Altavilla back in the single back set. Handing it off to Owens. Owens gets pushed back and does not get to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard for him, bringing up 2nd and 11.
And he was pushed back, as you see here on this play. Few excited Vulcans there from the result of that one.
As it's going to be a 2nd and 11 again for the Lakers, as Altavilla comes back in the I formation. Altavilla with one receiver to the far side. Play action. Looking down the field across the middle. It is complete to the 39-yard line. And that was number 85, Bryce Mastoller. 86, excuse me, Joe Carbone.
That's Altavilla rolls out to the near side and delivers a nice strike for almost a first down, but short by a yard.
Over the middle would be where you'd want to go if you're the Lakers. As it's 3rd and 1, Altavilla in the single back set. Under center, setting a man in motion. As Altavilla up the middle, gets across the 40, and a flag coming here as he gets to the 41-yard line. That's going to be a false start on the Lakers. That'll push them back to make it 3rd and 6. As you see head coach for Mercyurst there.
A longtime coach from what we understand here. In his 16th year at the helm for the Lakers, and that's Marty Schnazel.
As it's 3rd and 6 now for the Lakers. I formation for Altavilla. Altavilla looking to pass, rolling to the far side, across the field. It is going to be intercepted by Brendan Edwards at around the 40-yard line.
And there's an interception for this California defense. They've been looking for one all game, and they finally got one on the board here. So we'll see if that brings the momentum back into California's favor here.
As he caught it with 2 feet inbounds at around the 39-yard line. They're going to mark it at the 40. And Brendan Edwards with a great interception there. The wind died down a little bit, and I think that might have caused Altavilla to throw it a little harder than he would have wanted to if the wind was blowing in his face. But now Michael Keir back on offense. A touchdown and a 2-point conversion would tie it for the Vulcans. Play action, screen pass to the far side. Tom Green makes the reception and gets about 2 yards on the carry.
And Anthony, if I'm correct, that's the first time we've heard from Tom Green here in the second half with his fifth catch of the day, excuse me.
Yeah, I haven't heard much of him since the first half, but it's going to be trips to the near side. Tom Green, the lone receiver to the far side. As Keir takes the snap, looking to pass under pressure, flips it across the field to Jalen Bell in the middle. Bell to across the field and dives over the 50-yard line and will be across the field to the first down.
And Jalen Bell looks like a spring there as he's coiled in and then springs his way back up across the first down right here.
Right there, you saw the spring unload right there in Jalen Bell's knees to just dive him across to the Mercyurst 48-yard line. As it's first down and 10. Kier in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the near side. Tom Green again, the lone receiver to the far. As Kier looking to pass. Looking to go deep down the field. He's got Luke Smory, and Smory will not be able to make the catch. He was double covered there, and the ball kind of just hung up in the air there. And it didn't go as far as Smory or Kier would have wanted it to go either.
And Luke Smory pleading his case to the referees at the end of this play.
Definitely not pass interference in my eyes.
He pleads and pleads, but nothing comes of it.
2nd and 10 for California. Same formation. As a shotgun look here. Kier looking to pass. Flips it across the field, and it's going to be batted down by 93 Andrew Welton, the grad student out of Erie.
A couple of times we've mentioned the grad student here in this broadcast. He does a good job to get his left hand up there and make sure that that screen pass doesn't make its way through.
Not often you see a grad student listed there on the roster, Colin. As Kier in the shotgun. As he looks to pass, under pressure on the left side, gets away. He's got to evade some tacklers and can't. And he'll be down at the 50-yard line. Once again, the left side of the offensive line not protecting him there.
Michael Kier dodged almost everyone on the Lakers line here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then one eventually gets him by the shoelaces and brings him down.
And Mercyurst will be back to receive the punt from Michael Kier. As Kier lets this one go, a deep punt there, and a nice bounce for California. It'll just stop at the Mercyurst 9-yard line. And Colin, once again, there you see members from Mercyurst fan base coming down in the dreary weather to see this game.
It's nice to see their fans making the way out despite, like you said, Anthony, the weather and taking the trip down. And that's not a very easy trip to pull off, as we did it just last weekend, moving the whole way, virtually for them, down the state in a straight line.
As Mercyurst fans
they see
themselves on the video board there as they wave. As Mercyurst taking over from the 9-yard line. Single back set for Altavilla. As Altavilla looking to pass, flips it down the field and does not get it to the line of scrimmage. That should be an intentional grounding, I would assume.
There was pressure there on Altavilla. If he wouldn't have gotten rid of that ball, he might have been looking at possibly a safety.
He throws it forward. There's no receiver in the vicinity, and he does not get back to the line of scrimmage with the pass. That should be intentional grounding against Doug Altavilla. And he was also in the end zone, I think, when he passed it, and that would be a safety if I'm not mistaken.
That's correct.
And there's a penalty flag. Well, here's the referee's call. Intentional grounding on Altavilla. And that is a safety for California. There it is. Pass in the end zone for intentional grounding is a safety. You're going to see here where he passes it from the end zone. Was it in the end zone, Colin? That's the question. Or was it in front of the goal line?
I believe his whole body was in the end zone, and therefore the ball was as well.
And that's going to be a possible turning event for California here, as they're down 21-15 now.
As you alluded to, you said they would need a 2-point conversion if they score a touchdown here. Well, that takes care of that. Now all they need to do is punch one into the end zone here. And they got the wind at their back.
So California getting the ball back here now off the safety. They get 2 points and the ball on a free kick coming now from Mercyurst. And that was a beautiful play by California's defense. Altavilla was pressured, had nowhere to go with the ball. He just threw it down the field, didn't get back to the line of scrimmage, and it's an intentional grounding here. Again, you're going to take a look at the replay. Look at that pressure on the outside edge there. Wonderful job by California.
And you wonder if that could be pressure from the defense or if maybe Altavilla didn't have a good handle on that one and ultimately underthrew it. But either way, 2 points for California and a huge boost.
Mercyurst electing to go with the free kick from the 20-yard line and not punting it. They will kick it off as it's like on a tee. But back from the 20. Now, a lot of times you'd like to punt it with coverage, but they need to get the ball deep into the wind as this one gets caught in the wind. Received at the 30-yard line. Up the field, Mitchell gets a hole, gets to the outside, to the 40, the 35, and gets taken out of bounds at around the 27-yard line. And California is going crazy on the sideline. That ignited the fire they needed right there.
And knock, knock. We need to answer the door. California is getting back into this game here. Momentum is swinging. Take a look at this return once again here.
Replay system froze there. You couldn't see it, but a beautiful run there by Mitchell. And he gets the ball to the 28-yard line in Mercyurst territory as that kick got held up in the wind. And now California with some momentum here. As you see the run here in full speed. Getting taken down across the 30 as Kier handing off to Bell up the middle, keeping the pile moving. As the pile will stop at around the 22-yard line.
And this should put wind into the sails of California here. This is something that can be built off of. First you get a safety, then you have an explosive return. All you need to do is finish off the list and punch this one in.
Literally as the wind is blowing California in the direction they need to travel in order to put some points on the board. 9 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. California down by 6. Kier in the pistol. 2nd and 4. Kier doesn't like what he sees. He's going to change the play with 3 on the play clock. Has to get this play off, and he will have to burn a timeout. And if you're Coach Dunn, you may not like that Kier decided to call a timeout there.
As long as they get things together and make things correct, I don't see a problem with that.
Kier just didn't like what he saw and tried to audible, but he just didn't have enough time to do it. Colin, instead of him burning a timeout, would you rather the quarterback take the snap and take the play that he didn't like seeing and just try to make something out of it, or would you rather him call a timeout and find a new play?
Confusion can lead to disaster, so I say that was a good decision by Michael Kier there.
California trying to get down the field to score here. As Slippery Rock leading Clarion still 24-3 with 12:59 to go here in the fourth quarter for them. As California will come back here on offense. Kier will be back with 2 receivers to the far side. And the clock is at 12 seconds. Unless I was asleep for 9 minutes, I don't think that's correct. And there it goes. Maybe they had the timeout counting down on the scoreboard. That might have been what happened, as it's 8:42 to go in the fourth quarter. Kier in the shotgun, twins to the far side. A sidecar on either side of him. Jalen Bell is his left. Play action, flips it across the field. It is complete to Livingston. And it's going to get the ball to maybe the 21-yard line, and that might have been Jack Viborni actually on the play.
And Jack Viborni refused to be brought down there as 2 Lakers held him up the whole way.
California needs to get a first down here. 3rd and 3 with 8:15 and counting. Pistol formation for Keir. 1 safety back for the Lakers. As Jalen Bell is the tailback behind Michael Keir. Under 10 to play on the play clock. Now 5 seconds. Keir takes it and will hand it off to Jalen Bell. Bell makes a cut to the line of scrimmage, up the field, still across the field to the 15-yard line. That's a first down for California.
And Jalen Bell keeps his legs churning here and keeps getting forward. California is inching closer and closer. Quite a dodge there. Quick feet to keep himself out of the way of that Lakers defender who pushed through early.
And Dylan Stallings almost might have gotten called for a hold there as he was diving to make a block there on that far side of the field. 1st and 10 from the 16 for California. Pistol formation now for Michael Keir. Jalen Bell in the backfield. Luke Smory, the near side receiver. Tom Green on the far side. 5 seconds on the play clock. Keir handing it off to Bell. Bell to the inside now as he's still putting his shoulder down and gets to the 10-yard line. A gain of about 7 on the carry.
And Jalen Bell is continuing to grind out yards here for California. Another nice gain moving to the near sideline.
And Jalen Bell kind of put himself down there. He lost his footing and dove forward. 2nd and 4 for the Vulcans. Keir in a shotgun, twins to the far side. As he hands off to Bell. Bell cuts it inside and gets across the field to the 4-yard line. That's a first down for California as it's now 1st and goal.
And Jalen Bell has eclipsed 20 carries in this game, and he's getting close to breaking the 100-yard mark as well.
Ball at the 5-yard line. Keir again handed off to Bell. Bell gets blocked and chopped down at the 4-yard line. Kind of got his legs taken out from under him there.
Yes, he was sliced down early here as his legs ended up in the air and his back on the ground.
2nd and goal from the 4-yard line. 6:09 to go in the 4th quarter. As Keir with 4 wide, 3 to the far side, 1 to the near. Luke Smory, the near side receiver. Jalen Bell, a sidecar to his right now as he will change the play with 5 on the play clock. Keir will now have to burn another timeout, and this will actually be a Mercyurst timeout. So Mercyurst didn't like what they saw on defense, and they will have 1 timeout left in the first half. And Colin, just in case you're just joining us now, break down some of these highlights.
Yes, you see Jimmy Wheeler here. This, I believe, was a fumble as it rolled off, and Mercyurst picked that one up. And here's a throw that was almost brought in for a touchdown, but fumbled. That was a 4th down play there. And there's Tom Green bringing down a touchdown for California. And here's Altavia airing one deep. And here's the jump ball touchdown that we referred to earlier. Rolling around like a tumbleweed in the end zone. But that was a touchdown for Mercyurst. And here's another rollout. This was the pick that kind of got things started for California here, which lit the fire underneath them that led to the safety.
As Keir will be in the shotgun. Trips to the far side. Luke Smory to the near side. Jalen Bell, the sidecar to the left. Keir. Changing the play. He's got to hurry now with 5 seconds on the play clock. Keir with 2 seconds. Now 1. Gets the snap. Looking to pass. And looking to pass. Throwing it to the back of the end zone. And he was pushed out of bounds. And it's going to be incomplete. He was out of bounds when he caught it. I don't understand how that's not pass interference either, as he was being pushed out of bounds. Keir slow to get up as well.
Here it is again as you see Michael Keir dodge a couple of Lakers, fling one up. And as you see there, out of bounds, coming back in.
He was pushed out of bounds. He caught it in bounds. But it's going to be a 3rd down and goal. California not happy. They're not seeing the plays from the sideline here, as now that's 3rd and goal with 4 seconds left on the play. Looking to pass is Kier. Kier has to find a place to throw. Rolling to the near side, and he will get out of a sack. Rolling to the far side. Kier still rolling. Doesn't want to throw the ball and loses it out of bounds. It'll be 4th and goal now from the 3-yard line. A player down for California.
And take a look at Michael Kier doing his best vintage Ben Roethlisberger impression here. Moving to the right, dodges 1, 2, spins back around, heads towards the far side.
There's a man open in the end zone as well right there. He just didn't decide to throw it.
Then the ball ends up coming out, but it rolls out of bounds, fortunately, and it makes 4th down.
It'll be 4th and goal from the 4, and if you're California, you have to go for it here. You have to find a way to end the end zone, but there's a player down for California, and it was number 75, Austin Jacobs, the senior out of Boyertown, PA. Hopefully he is okay. He's a offensive lineman, and having offensive linemen go down is not something you want for California. You got to go for it. 4th and goal. 5 minutes and 15 seconds on the in the 4th quarter. 6 points ties it. 7 points gives California the lead.
We'll see how it pays off for them here, Anthony.
Trips to the near side. 1 receiver to the far side. Now 2 as Jalen Bell is split out to wide. Kier in the shotgun. 1 second on the play clock. Gets the snap. Looking to pass. Rolling to the near side. Has nowhere to go and throws it. It is going to be incomplete, and it is no penalty either. And it'll be 1st down and 10 for the Lakers.
And that pass was intended for Chad Livingston here on the far close corner of the end zone to our right. As you see Michael Kier sending that one in.
Again,
and
defense.
Number 5 for the Lakers.
The defense for the Lakers is like glue to these wide receivers for California. There's nowhere for them to go in that red zone to pass the ball.
And that was Tariq Ellis, the redshirt senior out of Plum.
California needs to stop here. Mercyurst is going to be content with running the ball and letting the clock go as far as it can.
And perhaps, Anthony, if California can get some pressure, maybe they can make something happen with Mercyurst in their own end zone once again.
Altavilla handing it off as he will get taken down at the 4-yard line. That was Owens on the carry.
Number 5, Brendan Blair, making his way through to bring down Owens in the backfield.
Loss of a yard on the carry for Owens. It'll be 2nd down and 11. 4:25 to go here as the clock continuing to tick. Mercyurst waiting in their huddle because they want to take as much time as they can off this clock, even if California gets the ball back and they don't score. 2nd and 11. Single back formation. Altavilla sending a man in motion. 1 second on the play clock. Altavilla handing it off in the end zone. Owens does not get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose another yard on the carry. That'll bring up 3rd down.
And Anthony, if you are calling the shots here for the Lakers, do you run the ball once again in hopes to keep the clock running, or do you look to the air to try to secure a 1st down?
No, it's not that far yet in the game yet. If it was maybe 2 minutes or a minute and 45, I would run the ball. But here it's 3rd down and long. You got to get out from your end zone. There's 3:30 left to go. You're going to have to try to pass the ball here, I think. Over the middle would be a good place for Mercyurst. Altavilla under center. Play action. Flips it across. It is going to be incomplete there. He had a receiver there, so it's not going to be intentional grounding. But it will be a 4th down and 11.
And this is fortunate for California that this ball made its way to the turf, because that could have been a very decent gain there as you see Lamont McFadder come in and reinforce or be the enforcer of this defense, if you will.
Back in the middle of the goal line of the end zone here at the back of the goal line, underneath the uprights, is Brandon Cole. This one is blocked in the end zone, and it's going to go out of bounds, and it is a safety for California. Actually, no, it's a touchback. They're calling it a touchback as it went out of the back of the end zone.
And Anthony, I would venture to say that we have a psychic in the truck out back. Just before that play, Gary Smith said, Cal has not blocked a kick yet, Ed.
I think it should be a safety. Isn't that correct?
That's correct.
It should be a safety. It was blocked by California. It went out of the back of the end zone. Referee making the call here. It's a block kick. It's a safety for California. As look at this replay here. He takes forever in the end zone, and it just gets blocked there by 33. It looked like Corey Bott maybe had blocked it.
If you saw it, it's off the foot of the Vulcans defender. Very interesting.
Very easily. There was two defenders right there at the punter, and it's going to be a safety for California. They're going to get the ball back.
Here it is again. Here. Take a look. As you see, it comes off the foot of one of the California defenders.
I think it went off of.
Right? There.
There, you're right.
It comes off the left foot.
Is that number 40? Asheed Page Jones or Chad Garnett might have been in there to block that kick. California gets the ball back. As you see there, it's out of bounds, and we're going to roll it back again. Back in the end zone was Mercyurst's Brandon Cole. And here's the block. I think it goes off the foot, like you said, right there. And it also hits number 30 for California as well, Asheed Page Jones. And there it goes out of bounds. There. So two safeties on back-to-back drives for the Lakers. One off an intentional grounding, the other off a blocked punt. And now, with the wind still in their face, Chad Garnett is the one who blocked that punt officially on the sports information side, as this punt is away. End over end is returnable by the 41-yard line. Up the field, has a hole to the 40-yard line, and gets taken down at the 36-yard line. 3:03 to go, and California once again driving down the field now after this return.
Take a look at this return once again. The special teams is doing everything it possibly can to set up this California offense to work towards a game-winning either run, touchdown, whatever they can cook up.
This is D'Angelo Mitchell on the return, and Colin, if you're California, I think you got to make this the last drive of the game. There's 3 minutes and 3 seconds left. Both teams have 2 timeouts.
There's plenty of time for Cal to play with there. A nice distance for them to be able to run a decent amount off the clock.
Kier going to be in the shotgun. Jalen Bell, the sidecar to the right. Doubles formation.
Look for them to get the clock started here with a run.
As he hands it off to Bell. Bell dancing around there, getting taken down at the 32-yard line, a gain of about 4 or 5 on the carry.
And as I alluded to before the snap, they're looking to get the clock started here and get things rolling as Jalen Bell moves up the field.
The last time Mercyurst scored on a drive, it was in the first half. California has scored on safeties since then. Play action pass to Chad Livingston's complete. Livingston hurdles a man again, getting to the 25-yard line. That's a first down. The state champion high jumper there doing it again.
And who gave this man a pair of moon boots? Watch him bounce up into the air. It's like he's got little trampolines down there.
First and 10 from the 25-yard line. Colin, I have to say on air that I love announcing with you. The things you say are great. Brings a great atmosphere up here. As Kier looking to pass. Flips it off to Bell on a screen pass. Up the middle, Bell holding on to the football, getting taken down at the 15-yard line. just short, actually, of the first down marker. And Colin, how important is it for California to make sure they hold on to the football here?
Well, first let's talk about how important Jalen Bell's been in this past second half. He really didn't see that much action in the first half, but he's really been the guy to lean on here for California in the second half, making things happen with his hands and with his feet.
Play action pass, and it's actually to Chad Livingston. Livingston getting hit out of bounds at around the 6 or 7 yard line, and that's a first down for California. It'll be 1st and goal now.
In all this excitement, it's important to note that California needs to find the end zone here.
Yes.
3 points will not get it done.
3 points would be one shy of the tying mark. Clock is stopped at 1:33. Kier in the shotgun, 3 receivers to the near side. Luke Smorey, the outside most near side receiver. Kier looking to pass. He's actually going to keep it himself up the middle. Kier to the outside. Stiff arm into the end zone. California scores there and will take the lead.
Michael Kier makes his way in. No need to pay for delivery. He's making sure it's in same-day shipping.
Unbelievable run there by Michael Kier as he checks it down on a designed quarterback keeper. Good blocking down the field. And Kier goes into the end zone on a stiff arm there and just bounces off the tacklers. California leads it 23-21 now. Will Brazil on to kick the extra point here. This kick is up, and this one is good. California now takes the lead 24-21 over the Mercyurst Lakers with 1:26 to go in the contest. Stay tuned for more exciting Vulcans football right here on CUTV.
Say preset 1 for Cal U's best music. More music in the car, more music in the door, more music everywhere. This is 91.9 WCAL Power 92. The home of the Vulcan Nation, playing Cal U's best music. 91.9 WCAL. WCAL Power 92.
Welcome back to Adamson Stadium. As Colin, you will see California take the lead for the first time in this contest with 1:26 to go off a Kier designed quarterback keeper.
Yep, here it is once again. Michael Kier Shipping Company, what can he do for you? Making sure that that one is delivered on time and intact.
24-21, California leads with 1:26 to go. As Mercyurst will get the ball back, both teams with 2 timeouts. This kick to the goal line is returnable there by Brad Novak. And a big hit there at the 19-yard line does not get to the 20, and Mercyurst will have to travel 80 yards to score a touchdown or a field goal.
Important to note, a field goal will tie this game if you're the Lakers, so you don't have to necessarily go for the home run, as you see Blaze hammering away there, making his way to 24.
And Colin, Mercyurst there, they have the passing game. I think they got to go with it now.
I would definitely venture to say that need to stick with the passing game here. Maybe an occasional run or two. Maybe fake the draw.
As Altavilla in the shotgun here. The referee letting them know the play can start now. Altavilla takes the snap, looking to pass, under pressure, and he gets it across, and it's going to be batted down by California's Brendan Blair.
Brendan Blair sticks his hand out, knocks that one down from getting into the hands of that target receiver, as you see here once again. Altavilla making a good dodge effort there, but as we said, did not get home.
Looked like there could have been holding as well, as California was pressuring Altavilla, and he got wrapped up and tackled behind the line of scrimmage. As there's 1:17 to go now in the fourth quarter, under 10 seconds on the play clock. Altavilla with 3 to the far side, 1 to the near. I can hear the crowd and the band in my headset as it's pretty loud out there. Altavilla under pressure, gets out. looking down the field, and it's going to be thrown, and it's going to be incomplete. He was out of bounds, and it also looks like he didn't catch it there. As you see the band in their rain jackets there trying to make some noise.
Take a look here once again. Altavia looking towards the sideline. Once again, being elusive, getting himself out of the pocket, sending that one. But a little bit too much on that one as it finds its way out.
3rd and 10. Wind picking up now as it's back in the face of the Lakers. Minute and 9 seconds here. 3rd and 10 for Altavilla and the Lakers. 5 seconds on the play clock. Altavilla looking to pass. Under pressure. Throws it across the field. It is going to be incomplete, and California almost had an interception. Lamont McFadder almost had it in his hands.
Oh, as you see here, Lamont McFadder was so close to bringing down one of his trademarked interceptions here. Oh, so close. A little bit too high for him.
Just tipped it out of bounds there. A minute and 5 seconds left. This is the game, basically, for Mercyurst. They need a first down. California's number 3, Brandon Edwards, trying to get the crowd involved here. Altavilla in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near.
I wouldn't be surprised to see a screen here, Anthony.
5 seconds on the play clock, looking to pass. Altavilla airing it down the field. It is going to be intercepted by California. And this is Todd Coles Jr. into the end zone for the touchdown.
Todd Coles Jr. bringing that one in. Let's take a look once again.
What a play by California on defense.
Here we go. Take a look. He's a Vulcan. He's a vulture. He's praying that one, and he's gone. Looking like the Roadrunner from the Looney Tunes, zooming his way into the end zone.
Altavilla overthrows the receiver there as the defensive backs coach for California runs out of the press box here, I'm sure in sheer excitement as well.
And he's back.
And he's back. Great to see there's some excitement here at California as Will Brazil to kick the extra point. This one up, and it is good. California leads now by 10 with 56.8 seconds to go in the 4th quarter. We'll be back with more Vulcans football right here on CUTV.
Dylan, what's wrong, man?
I just don't know how my family back home in Buchanan, West Virginia can watch our stuff up here.
They can follow us on Twitter, or they can like us on Facebook.
That's awesome. What about our sports? How can they watch that?
They could watch it live right on our YouTube channel.
Awesome, man. Thanks.
You're welcome.
For the first time in 31 years, live high school football all season long on CUTV Sports 1.
Welcome back to Adamson Stadium as California leads their largest lead of the game, 10 points, 31-21, as Todd Coles Jr. makes an explosive play on defense and scores, Colin.
And defense and special teams have been the name of the game here so far for California.
As Will Brazil kicks this one away. And it's going to be returnable there from the 1-yard line, as he's going to get hit at the 15-yard line. As Mercyurst needs to score 10 points in 51 seconds, Colin, in order to come back and tie this one up.
Now, Anthony, barring a miracle, I would like to think that California is very close to registering their 7th victory on the year here and pushing their PSAC West record to 4-2.
They will be on the road to Edinburgh next week, and Edinburgh, a tough team. They were a tough team for California last year, and
they proved themselves this year too, upsetting Slippery Rock last weekend.
Altavilla in the shotgun here, 51 seconds left in the contest. As Altavilla looking to pass down the field, this is going to be complete. And to Austin Hentz, as Hentz gets out of bounds past the 30-yard line.
There, as you see him in the middle of your screen. As the Lakers get set up here for another first down. 44.3 seconds left.
Altavilla looking to pass over the middle. This is going to be incomplete. Overthrows his receiver, Bryce Mastoller. 41.3 seconds left to go. 2nd and 10 for the Lakers. As Mercyurst getting a new play here. As Altavilla in the shotgun. Looking to pass. Under pressure. This one is complete to the 45-yard line. As it looked like that was 80 on the play. Brad Novak as they continue to the line as he will spike it here. 34.2 seconds left. Colin talking about next week's game at Edinburgh. California will be there with the radio, 91.9 FM on WCAL as well as online, listening only. If you would like to watch that game, you can watch it live on TV on 22 The Point, as well as on ESPN3, as Sports Fever will be covering that contest.
That's right, and I do believe it'll be you and
Steve.
Steve will be the ones taking care of that game next week, as Danny and I will make a trip for a media conference at Bloomsburg University.
Altavilla throwing it across his back as this one is incomplete. It'll bring up 3rd and 10.
27 seconds left in the contest.
Again, you can find all that information about next week's contest on the sports information website, calvulcans.com. Sports information director Matt Kiefer always does a great job with him and his staff keeping that website up to date, as well as tweeting out all the information you need to know on Twitter and putting it on Facebook as well. Look for CalU Athletics on Twitter and Facebook. Altavilla in the shotgun. 3rd and 10. 1 second on the play clock. Clock is at 0. A penalty flag coming here. This will be a delay of game penalty.
And with such a big hole here for the Lakers, this is the last thing you could have possibly wanted.
Actually, they're going to call a false start here. And that'll bring them back to the 40-yard line. 27.8 seconds to go in the contest. Mercyurst looking to try to just put some more points on the board. As Altavilla looking to pass. Throwing it down the field. It is going to be, we'll see if it's incomplete. They're going to mark a complete catch there to Marcus Plack. He bobbled a little bit, but got the first down at the California 45.
And Mercyurst is attempting to make it an interesting game here with 21 seconds left. Continuing to move down the field.
Altavilla across his body, incomplete, as he could not find Bryce Mastoller, the 6'3 junior out of Somerset, as there's 18 seconds left in this contest. See what Mercyurst decides to do here.
I would venture to say they'll draw up a little bit of 4 verticals action here.
One could assume. As Altavilla in the shotgun. 3 receivers, 2 to the near, 1 to the far. Altavilla looking to pass down the field. It was 3 verticals, and this is going to be incomplete. It was tipped by the receiver. It'll bring up 4th down and 10 with 11.8 seconds to go.
And Anthony, number 8 for the Lakers there, Austin Heads almost actually pulled that one in with his right hand. He had it in his palm for a little bit, was unable to secure it to his body.
And this will actually be 3rd and 10 with 11.8 seconds to go. Again, the wind blowing in the face of the Lakers. Just trying to score some points here before the end of the contest. Lamont McFadder trying to get the crowd into it here. The crowd that is left on this California side. As Altavilla in the shotgun. Looking to pass, under pressure. Down the field he goes. And this is going to be almost intercepted by Brendan Edwards. And it'll bring up 4th down and 10 with 6 seconds to go.
And Brendan Edwards was so close to pulling that one in, as you can see there. He's a little bit upset with himself. But nonetheless, able to get in front of that and knock it down. A good job indeed.
4th and 10 now for the Lakers. As Altavilla looking most likely to the end zone here. Doubles look here, so possibly 4 verticals, Colin. As Altavilla with 5 on the play clock. Takes the snap, looking to pass. It is 4 verticals, and he throws it away down the field with the time will expire. California will get the win, 31-21. Colin, any final thoughts?
Yes, Anthony, another fantastic game. It was a pleasure to share your last California Vulcans home game here. And we'll look forward to next week. Well, you will.
That we will. And senior day for me as well, for Coach Dunn and all his players. A big comeback victory as California was down by 21-10 at the end of the first half. They come back all the way to win 31-21. It's been a great time broadcasting Cal Vulcans football here with CUTV. I've only been able to do it 2 years because I was in the marching band for the past 2 years as well, the first 2 years, and that was a lot of fun. So it's been a pleasure being on the TV for Vulcans football. I can't wait to finish it up with next week with Vulcans football on WCAL as well. It's been a pleasure broadcasting with Colin Kirkwood, Danny Beck, Stephen Ruffin, Dylan Godet, and being a part of CUTV with Gary Smith, the director of CUTV in the truck. Thank you all for watching. Stay tuned for next week's game on WCAL against Edinburgh. We'll have that coverage then as we send this one off. California wins 31-21. Thanks for watching, everybody.